beautiful, the wonderful, the gorgeous, the magnificent, the outspoken. What up? This is what's going on, Sister Real Nunu. What's going on?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. It's so funny that you would like, I watched you. You were really like a whoa, he's really sitting here. Like, I used to really watch you. So, this
Mm,
being right here is really like, I love it. It's a blessing because I was watching your journey and watching how you was just eating a watermelon for months. And
indeed,
I'm like, yo, I'm in there. Like, let me
indeed.
go get some watermelon. Like, I'm gonna do this. Like, I got 30 days and I did a straight like 30, like just watermelon juicing. So like you don't even know because you don't even know, but you was like an inspiration to me watching you like go through and really doing it. I'm like, I know if he could do it, I could do it.
That's a
Like we
fact.
could do it together. Like, and that's where people mentality got to be at. But you
That's
dope,
a fact. Thank you, sis. I
right?
appreciate it. You an inspiration too, though.
Thank you.
The ladies got at me. They was like, Bobby, you ain't never seen sis. I'm like, yeah, I seen her online, seen her on the online streets, and the story was powerful. I was like, wow, it was like so relatable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the moves you make and the things you doing out here are like top notch. The people love you. Your story is amazing. Your voice is amazing. Let's start it off by giving the people a little bit about who you are. Let's talk about your story, your background a little bit. Talk about yourself a little bit.
So like just like my journey.
Yeah, a little bit about your
All
journey,
right.
where you come
So for
from.
me, getting started, I was lost in the beginning.
Mm,
So I got real sick. It probably was what 2019 is when I noticed a drastic change in my health. So we were like,
mm,
I'm going up the stairs. It's hard for me to breathe, but I'm young at this time. I ain't going to the doctor trying to figure out. I'm brushing it off. But
facts.
I smoke. I drink during this time. Smoking. I'm just thinking it's regular. I'm a smoker. So
Mm,
apparently I'm just out of breath because I
mm,
don't smoke. So I'm not really paying it no mind. So as it started getting worse. Now it's like I'm going upstairs. It feel like I'm running a marathon. So I'm like, let me go to the doctor. You can't be that kid. Just go and see. Because most of the time, people, let's be real, we scared.
facts.
Like you don't even want to go in here because you don't even want to hear nothing. Like
Facts.
you've been doing anything. You smoking, you drinking, you're here. You just be like, I'd rather not know. And that's where my
Hmm.
mindset was at. I'd rather just not know than know. But then I'm like, you got a kid. So like that's being careless. So I ended up going after a while though. It took a while for me to go. And they just like, you got asthma. I'm like, okay, I'll take an asthma pump. That's cool. Like it ain't nothing. Like I just got asthma. It's just cool. Okay, that ain't the worst thing. Asthma
Facts.
pump after pump after pump. I'm on like 4 pumps, ain't nothing working. Now I'm confused. Because if this asthma, why the pumps ain't working?
Mm.
So I'm telling the lady something is wrong. These pumps ain't working. Like I'm still short. So you need to send me to somebody that know what they talking about. So she ended up sending me to pulmonary, like a pulmonary doctor. And they didn't have an appointment for me. So they still like you have to wait like 3 months. So I'm like 3 months, I could barely breathe. My chest hurt every time I even make a move. So I'm like, all right, I'll wait. By the time I get to him, and I'm doing a breathing test, and to make a long story short, they're like, you have a lung disease.
Mm.
So I'm like, huh? I thought I had asthma. Who got lung disease? Me? So that's how I was looking in the book. Who, me?
Facts.
Like, what you mean I got lung disease? Like I
Would
was
you
so
you was smoking cigarettes too?
but not during that time. I did smoke. I smoked cigarettes but I stopped like 2 years before that.
Mm.
So before
Mm.
I even got, but I did smoke. But not an everyday smoker. I was the smoker that if I got a cup of wine, I need a cigarette.
Facts.
I was one of those.
Okay.
I wasn't no
Okay.
like, oh, I need a pack of Newports.
Right.
It
Right.
was more so like, okay, I'm drinking tonight. I got my four Lucy's and I'm outside. That's how I
You
was.
okay? You was an occasional smoker.
Occasional, yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how it was for me. And then they didn't give me a full diagnosis. It just was you have a lung disease. We don't know exactly what the lung disease is, but we'll keep running tests and keep doing things. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, whoa. So now they do your blood work, they do everything.
Yeah.
My next appointment, they got a whole folder. So I'm like, who that's for? like, like so now it's like 10 diseases. I'm like, this for me. This
It's
ain't
just
mine. Like,
just
what you
like going
mean?
to the mechanic, right? You go in there for an oil change, they tell you all this shit wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm saying here like so lung disease, heart failure, this. So I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. We went from asthma to all of this. I'm like,
Mm.
no, it's fine. This is, like the normal person. I started being on meds because they scare you into thinking you need to get on these steroids
Yeah.
because your lungs is gonna suppress, is gonna do this. So you get scared. And yeah,
Facts.
I'm like, okay, pass me what you got. I'm gonna take these meds. I'm gonna do it because I'm nervous. I ain't never been sick, so I want to take whatever you give me. So I started doing that. I took the meds, but after a while, certain stuff ain't start. One thing about me, it gotta make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff gotta make sense to me. And if it don't make sense, and I'm big on prayer. So it ain't making sense that is no cure, none of this. So I started doing research. Like I'm not just sitting here like this. Cause they like you're disabled, it's over. Like it's nothing we could do. You just like disabled, you can't work, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm in my 20s. I'm like, huh? Who
That's insane.
can't? So I started just, researching. Like I'm researching Dr. Sabi. I'm researching all of the people. Like I'm researching
Mm-hmm.
how to heal the body naturally. A lot of people don't research. And I
Fact.
think, that's our problem as people. We just don't even, we just take whatever they give us.
That's a fact.
And we just okay with it. Like, okay, you got meds for me. I'm okay. Just give it to me. So I just, started doing research and, here I am now learning that the body is made to heal itself. You know,
Before you started doing that research, right? What made you do? How did you know what to? How did you know to look up Dr. Sebi and all these people?
so for me, I was always praying. And I remember I researched him years ago, like a
Mm.
long, long time ago. I watched him. And I was like, that man, he was talking about how the mucus. So I'm like, I'm going back to that. I'm going back when I was in prayer and the Lord showed me, like, him. Let me go back to him and see what's going on. So I did a detox, my first detox. That was the hardest detox I ever did.
What did
So
you do?
I watched What the Health first.
Mm.
I watched What the Health. Woke up, never ate meat again. That threw me off. I was so like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Cold turkey.
Cold turkey. That's
See,
like when
that's
people. I went
most.
cold turkey. Like I didn't do. Oh, I stopped doing a little bit of chicken. No, I went cold turkey, and I've
Yeah.
never ate meat again. That was in 2021. I
Mm.
never ate meat again. I went cold turkey, no meat, no dairy, no starch, no gluten, no nothing. Went to the store, fruits, vegetables, store everything out of my freezer, my cabinets, and from there I just did a detox 14 days. I only did fruits, vegetables, CMOS, and I did herbs every single day for 14 days. So
Tough.
now I started seeing results after day 3.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, I could feel a little like I'm breathe, like my breathing.
Yeah.
Something is going like okay. So I started. I'm keep doing this, but it was hard, like especially the first detox, because it was new for me, and I went cold turkey, but I knew what I wanted, right? People, you have to know what you want.
That's a
There's
fact.
no room for, and people think I don't sympathize, but it's just no room for excuses. Because
That's a
you know what you want, right? Whatever it is I gotta do to get there, I'm gonna do it. Whether it be a job, whether it be, whatever you're gonna do, you have to do it. So
mm.
that's just my mindset every day. And even now, like, I didn't start here because I got off of the oxygen once and I got back on.
Mm.
So I did backtrack. I don't know how much you want to go into, like you want to question or you want to just
No, no,
take
do
me
your thing.
through.
You killing it.
Yeah,
This is what I
so for
like.
me, like I tell people, like I understand error mistakes. When I healed the first time, I did the whole fruits, vegetables, I did everything, but then I'm human. Once I
Mm.
healed, I went back to seafood. I said, okay, I could just be a pescatarian.
Yeah.
I'll just eat fish. That's why when people try to argue with me the whole fish thing, that fish put me right back on oxygen. So
Mm.
like it's
How
so
long after you got off that fish? I mean, you got back on that fish. Was you back on the oxygen?
3 months.
That's crazy.
3 months. Every bit of 3.5 months, I went back. I'm on seafood. I'm back like my chest hurt again. I'm like eating seafood. I'm just eating the fish. I'm eating the. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go back to that. But I never went back to like the meat, far as like chicken, pork chops. I never went back to that. But I did
Mm.
go back to seafood. I was a pescatarian.
Right.
I was back sick. And at this time, so when I get back sick, um, now I'm pregnant. So it's just like I stay sick. Because at this point I developed like I'm craving it. I'm gonna just eat it.
Facts. Facts.
I'm not gonna like, and then I got in my head to where I healed the first time, I could do it again.
Mm.
That's the mentality I developed. And it was a good thing, but a bad thing because I got comfortable with I was back on the machine. This time I'm on 10 liters.
Mm.
Now it's nasty. I keep going back and forth to ICU. I'm going back and forth, and I'm pregnant with my daughter, so it get worse. So it was more so with me where I knew better. So I was more so in a depression, right? And you know better. Like you know the food, like you get, but I didn't think the seafood. I thought like other people fish.
It's
Like I
like
thought,
that's what fish one of them things in our community where it's just the safest shit, right?
right.
But it's kind of like one of the unsafest things.
Yes, it is. So I
And
learned about, and I was like, oh, so it's all the foods. So it's the fish, it's this, is that. So now I'm sick for 2.5 years. Again, comfortability. Um, Now one day I'm like, yo, I was watching you. I'm going to get some watermelon. Like I'm about to go get some water. No, I did a if you look on my page, I did a watermelon fast, like just watermelon. 30 days. Like I'm not staying like this. Cause
mm,
I've gotten that depression to where it was like I'm sick, like I'm just overwhelmed, I'm tired, I'm eating what I want to eat. Because we have cravings and eating out of my flesh. So I started being a vegan, but a vegan junkie.
mm,
So I was the vegan that I'm going to get the cookies, the
yeah,
chips. I wasn't practicing health. I was eating all the everything that was the vegan foods, not the fake meat. I wouldn't eat that, but I would still do like all the vegan cheeses, the macaroni, all
yeah,
this. So I was doing that to where I had to learn like that's not even healthy for you.
mm-mm,
That's not even a way to go. So when I did the 30 days of just the fruits, I'm like, oh, my leader's going down. So now I'm getting off of the oxygen. I'm like, oh, you got this. And I started learning how to watermelons and I will watch you. Like really, I would see your videos watching and I'm just like, yo, this is dope. Like you
yeah.
just straight thug just eating the watermelon just and I'm like, yo, he a
Hey,
beast.
people don't realize like one thing for real though. One thing for real, Dayquana. I really that's my reference point to everything.
Yeah.
Like when you do things like that, people don't realize. I got the chills right now. People don't realize how it raised your discipline.
Yes, it do.
You know what I'm saying? So well, during them 30 days, they'll talk about them 30 days on fruit. Was it easy? Was it tough? Or talk about that?
It was tough.
Mm.
It was days I was in the kitchen. I will upload videos. I showed. I'm cutting a watermelon. I'm crying. I'm like tears falling down my face. Like, man, like, whoo, this is different.
It's different.
Like, if I could do this, who is there? I could do
It's a
anything in the
fact.
world. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and by that, I just was, whoo, that was real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That was real. I was crying a lot of days. But I
Did
knew I
you?
couldn't fold.
You can't fold. Did you? How did you feel after you got through them 30 days? Because wait, before you go, because a lot of people don't realize when you get into this fruit eating, right? It's a mentality.
It is.
It's a mentality. It's actually, I took this my line. You do it feel better about what you doing for yourself than actually what you doing for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So how
for
did you
me,
feel
mental
after that?
clarity, my mental health was better. Like anxiety gone. Like I felt, and then after when I did a 30, I was like, you a beast. It
Mm-hmm.
ain't nothing like you feel like what? Who won it? Like you what you we could do 60.
That's
Like
a
let's
fact.
go. Cause
Yeah.
when you really and then it's the best when you never cheated. I ain't have no, oh yeah, I slipped on the third day, then I ate some. Nah, I really did them 30
Yeah.
straight. I
Yeah.
didn't like even when you gotta mentally, I tell people you gotta train your mind to be stronger than your addiction
Mm.
because food is an addiction. So I'm
Facts.
eating a watermelon. I'm juicing it too, though. But I got the yellow, the orange, the red. I'm eating it. I'm juicing it every day, and then my weight is dropping crazy because I was
Crazy.
190. Like right now, I'm 118. I was 190 pounds, right? So on the watermelon, I'm just dropping.
You
I'm losing.
118 right now?
Yeah,
You a healthy ass 118.
1 year.
I'm telling you, well, it's different for me and too. Don't get me wrong. Because during that watermelon challenge, I got down to 121.
You did from what?
121. I started off I started off on watermelon. I was about 154.
Okay.
Yeah, because people think I lost all my weight on watermelon. But I had
See,
did
no, I
challenges
didn't
before
either.
that. No, I did. So I had went from 268 to 121 altogether though. So when I got down to 121, I was getting ridiculed. Getting ridiculed. So it's about that. Like I'm 140 now, but this is where I'm comfortable at. But you look really, really good at 118. Can you real talk? Can you talk about how it feels to be that light?
So even being going from 190 being my biggest, because I'm only 5'1".
Mm,
So that's real big for me, being a size 11. That's
Yeah,
big.
yeah,
I'm only
yeah.
5'1", so I was wobbling. My feet was big, like I was big, so it was uncomfortable. So even now, like it's healthy for me, especially for my breathing.
Yeah.
Cause, but if this was me like a year and a half ago, I wouldn't be able to talk like this. I would have to keep taking breaks.
Mm.
Like, hold on, give me a second. Like I gotta breathe. I gotta, cause my breathing. So even now, being like this and being this disciplined, it feel good. Being this like, and people, oh, you're skinny, no, I'm healthy. People think
Facts.
that I tell people, you may think that you're thick, you're really full of mucus and inflammation. You could think that you're the thickest girl, you got the baddest. You probably need a detox
That's a
because most of the time people are inflamed and they don't even realize it. Like me, I always was a nice size, and even my lips shrunk. I couldn't believe my lips. I was like, wait, what happened? Wait, where my lips go?
that's
So them
crazy.
wasn't my real lips.
Mm. Nope. Nope. Oh,
So I'm like, them wasn't my real lips the whole time. That was inflammation. So I'm like, oh, this is crazy, But I do feel good overall, like, and just not even more so about the weight, my mental. Like my mental health is like I'm in a really good. People don't realize how much the foods can have an effect on just your mental health.
that's a
I think
fact.
that's where a lot of people don't realize. It's bigger than just like the whole you look nice, your weight is good, but my mental health.
It's insane, man. When I was 121, I looked. People made me think I looked bad, right? From the words on the
Yeah,
internet and all that.
yeah.
I learned a big lesson around this time. But I felt the best I ever felt in my life. So for all the ladies out there right now who said like I'm 160, I don't want to lose this weight. I don't want to lose my butt. I don't want to lose this. Stop it. Please
Right,
stop it.
right.
To my sister too, who lost 80 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And then she was like, Bobby, I don't like getting skinny like this, but you gotta break down to
You
get to
have
your
to.
best level. You have
You
to.
have to. I tell people, everybody be saying, oh, I don't want to lose this, but I tell people this, right? Don't think about it as a loss. Think
Mm,
about it as what you're gonna gain, right? Because you may
facts.
lose the weight, but you gaining your health back. You gaining your mental health back. You gaining so much that's more powerful than you being a size 7 or 8 or a 9. Like me, people were like, "Oh, you skinny." I love my weight. I'm okay. I
Mm,
feel great.
that's
Like,
a
and people don't
fact.
understand when you on this journey and when you eat a certain way, your body don't start just you don't just start losing. Now
Mm-mm.
my body's so used to like I haven't lost no weight. Even I just did a 7-day juice cleanse. I might have lost like 2 pounds.
And it's
Like,
crazy when you add some weight. Have you added any weight since you lost all that weight and been at your lightest?
yeah, so I had went to 118, but I ended up gaining weight and I was at 135.
And you felt it, didn't you?
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But for me, I like being like 120.
Mm,
I
mm.
like being one. I just did it fast, so I lost a little bit. But I like being like 125, maybe the most. But like even thinking, oh, because I was trying to get to 150, and I'm like, girl, what you want to do with 150? Why you want to be 150? But that was my normal weight, like 150.
Mm,
But
mm.
I like to feel like I feel just like my body's so like this. Everything just so disciplined because it's important for me. Like I even people when I tell them, so you only eat fruit still?
Yes,
You
yes,
is a beast. Like
yes.
I did 64 days, right? I did 64 days just fruits and vegetables. I desire, I always tell people, I want to be raw 100%.
Yeah.
My problem is, like, well, I be doing raw. I did 64 days. And my problem is with me, it be dang, it just get kind of like boring. I be like,
So
I gotta eat another grape. Like, I want to eat some type of like, you get what I'm saying? And I get like, okay, I did 64 day salads. How much
yeah,
more can you make a cucumber do what? Because it's just that. So for me, it just be like, but that's what I love. The raw. I always tell anybody in my teaching, I
uh,
did veganism. I did everything. The only lifestyle that I love, like it make you feel like you're like la 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 la. It's like fruits,
that's
and people think that you're
they
crazy.
think when you see me on videos acting up. I'm telling you, it's a youthful energy that you
Yes,
forgot you had.
yes,
I go to the grocery store, Dayquana. And now you know how you can just ride on the grocery carts. I
Yeah.
be through that motherfucker just riding on the grocery
Yeah,
cart,
you're right.
jumping around. People be like, "This nigga," like so.
Right.
I'm telling you, it rejuvenates you. I'm
So
about
how
to
long
be
have you
40
been
years
eating
old.
just fruits?
So I started eating fruits in 2022 because I had the same lifestyle as you, kind of. But I never get to your level to where I was doing it that good, right? I was eating fruits half the day, and then at night I would come home and eat like frozen vegetables and a salad. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
okay.
But I would throw it in the microwave and just eat that just to
Yeah.
get food. So I didn't really know what I was doing because I was offline. So when I got back online in September 2022, I seen fruitarians everywhere, and I already knew what it was. So I'm like, you know what? My girl Tiff Moore interviewed me, and when she interviewed me, I was like, you know what? I'm a fruitarian now. I'm eating all fruits, and I started since that day. Now during that time, I've had trials and tribulations,
Right.
right? But with you saying how it get boring, right? Like it get boring. I don't want to eat like that. That's okay to have some cooked meals once a week or twice a week. You still fruitarian.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, it's fruitarianism is done your way, long as you eating predominantly fruits.
See, like right now, for me, it's 70% fruits, and the rest 30% is cooked.
That's
So
not
like
horrible.
all day long, like today, I only had green drinks. Some days I don't eat. People don't understand. Like me, every day I don't eat cooked food, and every day I don't even eat at all. Some days, like today, I only had green juices.
Mm, mm,
So it's some days where I just be like, you know what? I had cooked meals for 2 days straight. I'm gonna just do all green drinks today. I'm gonna just
fact.
do this. So today I just juiced all green drinks, right? And that's just how I just do my body because I tell people like we don't always need food.
You
A
don't.
lot of people think that they think like, oh, you need food, you need this, you need this, you need. I don't though, because like even when my doctor he was saying like, I just can't believe you did that.
They
He was
never can
like,
believe it.
my
They
patients have never got off of oxygen.
mm.
He was like, I've never seen like somebody, be able to reverse. Because I tell people it's not like I just assume. I actually got blood work that said I had a disease. Then now there is no disease and no finding. They say all your levels is normal.
And you attribute that, like we gotta say it. You attribute that to your lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
And that, and you know what? A lot of people be like, I can't eat this way and then change. You can't eat cooked foods and then change. The argument ain't about that, right? It's about
No,
like I love your content because it's about eating healthier, right?
it is.
I'm a fruitarian. I get ridiculed
I know
because
you do.
I'm telling people to fruit up. I eat all fruits. I've never been one though to tell people you need to eat all fruit.
No, right.
Fruit up is eat more fruit.
And that's like when I tell people like with me, if you feel like it's some people that I meet that have never had vegetables.
Mm,
Like you never even ate vegetables. So if you are gonna eat this food, I tell all my peoples, just cut out certain stuff. Change your pots and your pans. It's not designed to eat like how I'm eating, because what works for me is what works for me. What works
facts.
for you is what works for you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not one shoe fits all. And that's where I think people fail to realize when we sharing the knowledge, it's not that we want people to jump on us and be like us. It's that we're educating you to know that you can do it. Like you
Facts.
just eat more fruits in the morning, eat more fruits at night, eat more fruits instead of a big meal. Try to, drink a fresh juice instead of, get into this juicing and things like that. People don't even know the power of a grape.
Mm,
So people
mm.
don't understand how powerful a watermelon is.
That's a
Like, but
fact.
you sitting there, you taking 30 pills, and it's so sad because the world we live in, they'll question what's in a drink, but it's like you don't question what's in them pills. You never ask your doctor no questions. Why you asking me 50 questions? You never asked him nothing. You just took the pills. You take them every day and you just do it. But when we try to offer people, and that's what's just sad and what goes on in the world because you get a lot of backlash. Oh, you
That's,
need to eat. They look at you. You need to eat.
you need
Look
you
at
too
you're
skinny. Yeah,
thin. You're
yeah.
too thin. And then if I'll be like, but you're bloated. I'm wrong.
Uh, hey, this is real. This is real talk. I got a family member. When I lost all my weight, they was like, "Bobby, you don't look good." And I'm feeling good as fuck. So, but people don't realize that's the same thing as calling somebody fat
It
ass
is.
or
It
something.
is.
Like I didn't realize that though when I was fat, that skinny people get ridiculed and they feel the same.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. When you talk about, let's talk about this real quick. I got a couple things I want to address with you real quick. First off, the your children. right? You get it online. You forcing your kids to eat like this. You shouldn't be doing that. And I commend you. I salute you on that because it's difficult,
It is.
right? And my son, he obese right now. And I tried that approach to giving him fruits and giving him he eat some plant based foods, but he definitely ain't gonna eat predominantly fruit. But what happened with me was when I tried to like not forcing but like giving more, our relationship kind of changed. Like he was mad at me all the time. Then he leaving the house and going to school, eating other stuff, and so it's kind of difficult for me as a single father at the time. Now, how you doing it? You face backlash because you say you forcing them to do
Yeah.
it, right?
Mhm.
Now, how is that being? Talk about that a little bit. What's the experience like?
So for me, I feel like it's one thing when you lack the knowledge, it's another when you gain the knowledge.
Mm,
So how dare I change the way I eat, change my lifestyle, but I fall when it comes to my child because he's a kid to say, oh no, he could still eat that way, but I care about my health, but
mm,
I care about me. So it doesn't make sense to me. So if I said I know about what McDonald's do, I know about the dyes, right? I know about the chemicals. I teach this. I became a health coach, certified health coach. I tell my people to get their kids off of this, get their kids off of that. So what if you came to my page and you looked and you seen that my son was eating Cheetos, but I just told you your son shouldn't eat Cheetos? It
mm.
wasn't a line. It'd be like I'm contradicting myself because you
Fact.
could tell us to eat a certain way, right? And I just feel like for me, I can't say I care about myself and then I show none with my child, and I know that what the foods do to you. We know what these foods do to our children. So for us, oh, I don't want that mad. He could be mad. He'll stay mad. I mean, when he grows up, I hope and pray that he'll get over it. But am
Mm,
I in the business of pleasing a 10-year-old? I am not. Because when I was growing up, whatever was on the table is what I ate. I
mm-hmm.
didn't ask for chicken
Facts.
wings. I didn't
Facts.
know what. So I feel like this. The same way the American standard diet was forced on us, it's the same way. People just look at it as harm because, oh, you're making me fruits and vegetables because I don't feed my son McDonald's and sugars and all of these foods. I'm a wrong parent. But if I said you was the wrong parent because all your kid eat is McDonald's, then I'll be judging you. Just I gained the knowledge and I just feel like when I was growing up, I was forced to eat steaks and stuff. I never knew what that was. You 1 years old, you eating crab legs. I was eating crab. So at the end of the day, it's not because I said, Mommy, I want a crab leg. My mother said, this what I'm eating, I'm giving it to you. Eat the crab legs. Girl, you won now, you got teeth, eat the crab.
That's a fact.
So what's the difference in forcing the American standard diet? It's because of how society views it. They think that the American standard diet is the way that we're designed to eat. But no, it's not. Even biblically, no, it's not. That's not how we're supposed to eat. It's not God's food. He did not create McDonald's, Chipotle, Dunkin' Donuts. He did not create those foods. When we were growing up, your grandmother could go right into the yard and get you some herbs, put it on the stove, and you'll be healed.
Facts.
You're cold to be gone. So I feel like, for me, it's important to practice health, not only on myself, but on my children. Like my daughter's never had meat. She's never had dyes. She's never had none of that stuff. She's 2. I don't get them vaccinated. So yeah, it may look like, oh, it's not the norm. Multi.
Wow.
So for me, I'm not, my son, and people gotta realize this. When I first changed my lifestyle, I didn't change my son's until a year later. So he was still eating the McDonald's. I was getting frustrated. I was like, I'm not gonna keep feeding you this, and this is what made me change him completely. So people just look at me and think that I just jumped him in. No, he still was eating McDonald's and stuff. When I was on my healthy plant based, he was still
Mm-hmm.
eating McDonald's. It was one day I was like, I'm so sick of buying McDonald's. I'm tired of this, and he was like, well, I can't eat it if you don't buy it. I said, oh, you don't even
Ooh.
got to worry about me never. And I never bought it again. I
Mm.
never bought it because he was right. How could I eat it? You buying it. So
That's
you
a
complaining,
fact.
but you're buying it. So I felt like in that way, that was just like a reminder. Our children are only accustomed to the things that we introduced them to. So it was important for me. And my son was sick. People don't know he was sick. So my son was always a sick kid, but I thought he just had a weak immune system. He will literally go outside, come back in the house. He's sick. He got a cold. I'd be like, you can't even go on a porch. But now, like even now, my son hasn't even had a cold in 2 years.
When people see me, like I got a lot of Zoom meetings. I do a lot of Zoom meetings, right? running a lot of courses and stuff behind the scenes. And when people see me do like this, right? I'm usually like, damn, because I'm thinking.
Yep.
And I gotta be honest with you, sis. I have to be honest with you. I'm sitting up here as a father, right? Real talk. And my son is obese. And I made up an excuse. I got the chills again. I just feel like I made up an excuse to why I'm not making him eat right, right?
How old is he?
He's 11. And when you said I ain't taking orders from it, it's like I gotta do better. You
You want
feel
to know
me?
why? Because we don't want our kids mad at us. We don't want our kids, we don't want to seem like the bad parent. But you know what you say to him? Like, this is important. It's no way I'm eating plant based and my son could eat. It's no way. He will have to, even in a sense of co parenting. Like now, like I don't allow my son to go nowhere because if you can't respect, I got into it with family. No, like it's not okay. If you want to eat that, then you eat it. You are not to feed that to my child. I pack him his own foods. I give him his own stuff. Like, and that's just what it is because at the end of the day, they're children, right? Your son don't know better.
That's a fact.
He don't know better. He don't know what's best for him. So at the end of the day, as a parent, you have to put your foot down and say, I'm doing this and this is where it stands. Because he don't pay bills. He don't contribute to nothing. He's not even responsible right now. Could he go buy his own food? Would he be able to supply his groceries for the month? He wouldn't. So how do he have a choice on what he could put into his body? How can he have a choice of what he can consume? No, it's not okay. Not at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, it's not. And I installed this in my son. And even now, if you try to offer my son, he's going to say no.
That is fire.
He's gonna say like, no, I'm not gonna eat that. He'll tell you right now, like, no, chicken, yeah, it causes mucus in the body. Because I teach him and I show him. I say it's not that mommy don't want you to have anything, but Red 40 dye does this to the body. I say, remember when you used to be fidgety? He'll say, yeah, I remember when I couldn't stay still. I said, remember when you used to be sick? You watch mommy be sick, right? And he'll say, yeah. I said, so this is why it's so important for you to not eat the foods because it does this and it does that. It's kids out there with cancer. I'm working with people right now who babies are his age and they have diabetes. So
Mm,
who's gonna be responsible for saving our children? Do you wait until you're in that room and the doctor say your child has been diagnosed with pre-diabetes or diabetic and you could have done something now? So I teach and I try to encourage parents that children are children. It's our jobs to be a parent. That's not your friend. You don't gotta please him. He mad, okay, he'll get over it. My son be mad, he want dies. He be wanting fruit snacks and you'll be okay. I say to him, I'm not compromising. This is not a debate. You eat what you eat or you don't. It's simple as that. It's not I'm gonna compromise a 10-year-old. No,
wow.
absolutely not. He don't
Um,
get the fruit snacks, the potato chips, going to the store. No, the answer is no. And if I gotta be a bad mom for that, I will wear it with a crown. Crown me bad mom because I care about what my son intakes. People gotta realize the government, not for us, they get money off of our children being sick. They literally get money off of this. So who's gonna be responsible? Like you saying about your child, he's obese. That's already a illness, right?
already,
Obesity.
already.
So what do you do as a parent? Oh, I just still let them because, but you're watching your intake. It's not even fair to the kids. Just being real. How can we watch what we doing? We teaching the world. The world sees us. Yo,
Facts.
fruit up, do this, do that, but our kids is eating garbage.
You ain't saying not one lie. Not one lie.
How can we teach and be a message, but we not even applying a message in our house?
Mm.
So I feel like for me, if I'm gonna be on the internet broiling this, broiling that, my son wake up in the morning. What's the fruit? You know, what's the fruit of the day? Just like when you discipline a kid, all kids get popped. Your aunt say, go get a switch out the backyard. My son, what's the fruit of the day? Even though sometimes, oh, it's an orange, it's a grape. Oh well, oh
And,
well,
and you
it's
know what? Because I feel like, you know what? I feel like I feel like my cousin just came over and slapped me across the face and said, "Wake up!" Right? So I gotta say, in my defense, I did introduce. Before you leave this house, you need to eat a fruit, right? I'm like, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. I gotta, and but I like your approach. I like it, and you know what? I can't make no excuses, and I feel like, and to everybody out there listening, this is gold, right? And you never should be ridiculed the way you just spit that. Like how you said, they forcing the sad diet on us, but we can't force the healthy diet on our child.
Yeah.
That is fucking golden.
Because that, and that's just what society, they want you to fit them. And I feel like that's why with me, people think I'm gonna budge. Oh, you need to let him be a kid. Oh, you need to let him do this. You need to let him know. I'm gonna let him be a kid, and he's gonna listen to what I say. That's
Mm,
letting him be a kid, listening to what I say. Because when I was growing up, I didn't have an option. When my aunt made baked chicken, macaroni, she made everybody place on the table and said dinner is done.
yeah.
I didn't say, oh, can I have McDonald's tonight? I don't want. Why do these kids have so much options? These kids have choices, options. They get to pick what they want to eat. They get to pick what's for dinner. They get to pick. We didn't grow up like this, and I feel like, in our time, even now, we are too friendly with our kids to where now it's like, now I gotta eat like this. Because we were uneducated at one point, but don't feel guilty as a parent when you take everything. I cleared my whole cabinet out.
Mm.
Everything was in the trash. Everything. I don't care. Be mad. Be mad, be upset, go cry, talk about me to your grandmother. He said, I want to go to my grandmother. Go, you're not going nowhere.
Have you had any backlash from in like the schools or anything
I
like that?
homeschool him
Okay. And that's you are that's full responsibility, right? Full
because when I was sending him
responsibility.
to school, I would pack his stuff. He would come home throwing up. So I said, what's going on at school? Why you throwing up? You eating something. And I called the teacher, and sure enough, they wasn't paying the bill. They knew he was following veganism. So I pulled him out, and now I have full control over the things that you're eating because, at the end of the day, it's important to. First, I didn't even like the school system in general, how they
Mm,
run stuff. It was no homework. It was just a lot. So I'm like, okay, you sneaking the foods, you doing this. I can't even trust you. You putting stuff in your body. Now you coming home, you throwing up. And by the like third time, I gave him like three chances. I said, if I catch you again, you know, caught him again. Then that third time, you're out of school. Cause you can't control, and it's an addiction. And I tell people, my son was addicted to sugar real bad. He even still has times where he wants sugar, but I learned to, get in the kitchen and I recreate it. I'll be like, hey, come try this. I just always and some days I still struggle. Some days he'll only want fries all day. He'll just be like, I want a French fry. That's
mm,
it. And I'll be like, I just made mushrooms. Can you at least try some of it like a scoop? And he'll take like one little bite. He'll be like, it's all right, but I don't want that. And I'll be like, okay. At first, it used to frustrate me to like eat the food,
right,
like
right.
to where I learned to like, you know what? Maybe you don't like sauteed mushrooms. How would you like it if I fried them? So I'll fry them. See, you'll see him eating fried mushrooms, but you won't see me eating them. You might see me eating them once in a blue moon as a treat, but my son will eat fried mushrooms like four times out of the week.
Mm.
But you will never see me doing that. See what I'm
So
saying? Although I compromise a little, it's still healthy. So
fact.
it's like I'm frying it in the avocado oil. No, I don't want to give him fried food every day. But what do? Do he not eat?
Mm. Yeah, that's a fact.
So that's
So
the only compromising I'm doing.
what is a day in your life like? What do you eat for yourself personally every single day?
So like me personally, when I wake up, I'm always starting off with fruits. So I'm waking up, I'm gonna have a bowl of seeded grapes, I'm gonna have me a fresh pressed juice, or I'm gonna probably have both.
Mm.
So for me, it's always gonna be fruits in the morning. As soon as I wake up, a ginger shot. I usually like to start off with like a ginger shot. I do some herbs. But I don't eat nothing solid until like noon.
Mm.
But even
Mm.
like I told you, some days I just like today, I just didn't eat. I just had green drinks all day. That's
Fire.
just what I've been fueling my body with, just H3O2. Like, and that's just it. Every day I'm not eating cooked food. I don't feel like my body needs it every single day. And then sometimes I'm just not hungry. The drinks do enough for me. So people do ask like, do you get full? And then like another thing with me, oh, like you don't eat snacks? If I ever want anything, like I like mangoes.
Facts.
Like I love mangoes. They so sweet.
They the best
So
fruit on the planet. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Watermelon the
yeah,
best fruit on the planet.
watermelon, but mango is just like ain't nothing better than a mango. For me,
Mango
it's
the
mango
highest
than
fruit content.
watermelon.
Mango is the fruit with the highest sugar
It's the
content.
higher sugar. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So even for me, like even like I tell people, you'll see me eating a mango now every other day. I used to eat like two, three a day. Now I might eat a mango like every 2 days because I know how high it is in sugar. And
Hmm.
even though it's a healthier sugar, it's still I don't be one. I just no,
Like,
no.
you know what though? I eat so I like the way you said you eat fruits in the morning. I'm an advocate for fruits in the morning. I got
Yeah.
a program fruit up till 5. Then eat whatever you want starting off, all of that. But I'm like, I didn't got to the point now. I don't eat nothing or drink nothing until afternoon. Like absolutely nothing.
Really?
Yeah, like I get up and take my walk. I ain't had when you see me take my picture for my walk, I ain't had nothing to drink, nothing. So I got a group called Fruitarian Mastery. We going live tomorrow too. We get together every single day and have lunch together at noon at 1 o'clock. So at 1 o'clock is when I have my first meal. Now I'm doing a 64-ounce smoothie. I just introduced this. 64 ounces of a smoothie at one time.
Oh yeah, I do that too. Yep, that's me.
Insane work. And it had you full and
They
fueled
be always
all
asking
day
like, you
long.
could drink all of that. See, for me, I do 32 ounces.
Mm,
So I do a
mm.
32-ounce smoothie. They be like, you could drink all that, and I be like, even when they see me with big salads, they be like, you could eat all of that.
That's a fact.
I'm like,
So
yeah,
have you been eating more or less during the journey? Like, because I know
less.
for me personally, I get less hungry.
I'm for me like today, I'm not hungry.
Juicing.
I just juice. I like I eat less because even say like for instance I have a salad like 2 p.m. I'm still not hungry later. I'll be like, dang, I cooked dinner and I'm like, I'm not hungry. And then I don't like leftovers. And I'm just like, I got to cook for my kids regardless. But I just came so far on my journey because even people say, like, I relapsed because I had to cook for my kids
Yeah.
and all of this stuff. And I'm like, I cook for my kids all day. I don't never like, I'm so like trained to be what works for me. Like, they wake up in the morning, it has to be fruit first. So
Mm,
I don't let my kids eat cooked food when they first get up.
facts.
So they eat the fruits. They'll drink them some fresh apple juice. And some days they're not eating till even for noon. Some days I do allow them to just do like the pancakes and stuff like that. But every day that's not what it looks like for them. They're not just eating cooked food as soon as they get up, they brush their no. Some days it's just like, hey, you have some fruit. Let's have a big fruit and I'll make us a salad, a fruit salad. And then for noon, I would say to my son, hey, you want a salad? I don't try to give them cooked food all day long. So they not eating like 3, 4 cooked meals every single day. No.
And that's crazy. So are you, and you got how many children you got?
Two.
Two children. And your youngest is what, 2 years old, you said?
She's two. Yep.
And are you single mother?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you doing this all, so doing this by yourself. And like, I hear a lot of women out there, oh man, this tough. And it is, it's tough out there for my single
Yeah.
women and everything. What have you heard from the women out there? What's the, like, what do the community say about what you doing, yo, with the women that you help and stuff?
Well, a lot of people just really like, I commend you. Like, your discipline is crazy
Mm,
because there's no like the stuff like they just. I always just try to tell even people I'm coaching, like, take your kids on a journey with you. It's important because there's no, we can't just keep. Oh yeah, a lot of people I work with, they only on a journey. They don't. Their family's not involved, so their children still eat like the American standard, and their kids are eating it. So they'll be like, "Oh, I relapsed because my son had McDonald's.
yeah,
My relapse because I went to Popeyes for my husband."
yeah,
And it's like, huh? We need to wake up not only in ourselves, around us. Like, we
that's a
gotta
fact.
like be real with our people and be real and say, hey, like, no, like, you don't have an option. And some people that I work with, like, no, I just feel bad as a mom doing that to my child. You're gonna feel worse when you in that doctor's appointment and they say that your child is diagnosed with something.
That's a
You're
fact.
gonna feel 10 times worse because right now the rate for diabetes for these babies is terrible. It's
Insane.
terrible. My
All of
youngest right now is the 7-year-old diabetic. That is crazy to me. Like,
mm,
how? What's going on? And it's just sad because a lot of people, we lack the knowledge. But I tell people, it's so much information out there now for us to start making excuses to why we don't do something. Like, oh, I didn't know that. We do.
that's a fact.
We
We
know.
definitely do. We
We
definitely do.
know.
And you know what? We know a lot of things, right? Right now, I tell people like this: we got so many examples online of people who changed their life through natural eating, through plant-based eating, fruits, vegetables, plant-based, vegan, all of that, right? Get in where you fit in so you can progress. Now, I did hear you say. Now you might have seen one of my reels where I came on. I said, "Ain't nothing wrong with a little seedless fruits," right? And I seen one of your reels where you said, I never eat seedless fruits. Let's talk about seedless fruits. Why you won't no eat no
No,
seedless
but
fruits?
you didn't watch the video.
Maybe I did.
So the caption said that the video I was eating seedless grapes.
You was talking about how they making excuses for not.
Yes.
Okay, okay, that's the
People,
one I seen. Okay,
because people like would say like, oh, it's only seedless, so I'm not gonna eat nothing. How? Like, why would you rather not eat a seedless fruit, but you would rather go out and eat some chicken wings? I'm gonna take the seedless grapes.
that's a fact. That's a
So
fact.
that's what I was more so like. I'm not like my kids. My son don't like seeded grapes at all. Like even when I say he don't like seeds. So for me, instead of them wasting, spitting them, he all doing this, I let him eat seedless. My daughter eats seedless. She's 2. I'm not gonna give her a seeded grape, and I'm not gonna sit there picking it all. I got stuff to do.
That's a fact.
I'm not sitting there picking out and all of this. And people, oh, them in the lab and all this. No. Like, yeah, I think a lot of people just lack the knowledge of certain stuff. So I just was saying, if that's all you have access to, eat it.
You did, and you're right. You're right about that. And I did commend you on that video too. I forgot all about that.
Cause if
Because
that's all you people, we have to stop being in a world of I have a perfect diet. Oh, I have to be perfect. Oh, but this person said this. No, do what works for your body. Do what works for you. It don't even matter what I say.
fact,
Learn your body because you might could eat pineapples. Like me, I don't. My mouth will start itching and all this stuff. But it might be good for you,
right?
right? But I don't agree with the pineapples. And you may say, oh yeah, I do. And I say, hey, like even for example, right? Green apples. They're too acidic for me. It might not be too acidic for you, but green apples are too acidic for me. So
Mm,
I do the gala apples instead. So everybody level, I teach people like everybody level of health is not where I am because one, I had a health scare, right? And I think that more so health scare is not about if you lose weight. I couldn't breathe.
right.
That's scary. I had a heart condition. To where my heart, I'll be sitting here and then just doing this, do 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 do, and I'm just sitting. So like it's important for me to I'm being mindful of everything that I'm putting in my body,
Fact.
especially when I learn what the foods do to you and how important it is, and people don't even know how disease works and how the body is, and the body's in the acidic form, right? So the diseases is able to come in and they stay and all this. So once I healed and I see what it looks like to heal, I never want to be sick again.
That's a fact. And you know what? I come from 320. My biggest, the largest I ever was 320 pounds. And get this, I'm only 5'4".
You are. And
Yeah.
look at your skin. Just look at our skin. I'm telling people better.
And look where my skin came from, though.
I seen it. I
You
watched
feel
you.
me? So, like, a lot of people don't watch the journey. They just ridicule you when they see you.
Yes, they do.
And they do that to me all the time.
Even
So,
me, they be like, you don't understand. I do. I went being back pescatarian. I fell back into the addiction. I was sick for 2.5 years because I just started eating. I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? These noodles fire. Like I'm gonna just eat ramen noodles every day. Like I
you did the
love
same thing
noodles.
I did. You did the
Like
same exact thing. I ate ramen noodles every single
me
day
too.
to get over eating meat.
Me too.
That's
Every
insane.
day. I would even put broccoli in it, carrots. I was putting broccoli, carrots, everything. I was eating ramen. Like I'm like, it's better than eating a chicken. It's better, but
Facts.
so you train your mind. And I just tell people even now, like it's important to mentally be strong. And a lot of people not strong because even on the internet, anything I do, I get backlash. Oh,
Facts.
you're judging us. It's not that we're judging people. We're just trying to. I did this. The one thing I just don't like. Had you gate kept, right? If you gatekeep, you'll be the worst person in the world. Oh, you won't
Hmm.
even tell people how to heal. Oh, you won't even help people. Oh, you don't even do this. But then when I do it, you're judging us. You
Yeah.
ate meat before. You was once a meat eater. I never said I didn't eat meat. I also said
Facts.
I was addicted to the foods. I'm telling you that you got to train your mind. Go on a fast. People don't even know what a detox is.
That's a fact.
People have never detoxed before. I was one that never did it. I didn't know about detoxing and how important it is. Had I known how important it was, imagine how many of us wouldn't even be sick. Like, I even detoxed my son. Like, I detoxed him from
Mm.
sugar cravings. I detoxed him. Even now, my kids get detoxes once a week. Both of them. They
And
get the
how do you do?
baths.
How do you do that?
So for me, like even now, like these drops are for my kids. I create like herbal medicine for them. My daughter, they get clay baths, both of them to detox the body from the heavy metals. And it does help with, like, cravings and sugar and things like that. So I do it for both of them once a week. I give them both baths, detoxing baths. And then every single day they both got to take herbs. So every day when I wake up, 2 drops, 2 drops, 4 drops for my son. So 2 for her, 4 for him.
That's incredible.
and,
What
and, and it's like, and I tell people, but you got to see, like, my daughter, her doctor said she's one of the healthiest patients.
I'm
She's
sure.
never had a even like, ever, and she's 2 years old. So we got to just always keep that in mind. And even my son, they don't get, if anything, like, say we going somewhere, the weather changes, they might get a runny nose, but
Hmm.
it'll be done in the morning. Like, it'll be done by the time I herb them up. Ginger, I'm doing cayenne. Take this real quick. It's over. Like, they don't even have nothing else. Like, their immune system is so. But I feel like it's important for not only us to teach health, practice it in our house.
What? Why do we make so many excuses? Because it sounds like you don't make none.
None. I
Like
don't
you
got
don't
no.
make like now. I ain't heard not one excuse from you.
Because, and that's where people on my platform say I'm too hard. They say, because I never, when I was sick, I ain't have no excuses.
Mm,
I ain't have no, oh, but I'm sick. I never was that person. I never was like, oh, but no, it ain't no excuse. Get up. Like, and that's where they be like, yo, she's so rough with it. Like, you don't empathize. It's not that I don't empathize. When it was me, I literally never, I was hooked up to a 6 foot wire. I never made an excuse. I made it happen.
facts.
I got up. Ain't no excuse. And you don't, ain't no room for that, because what's the excuse? Oh, I can't afford it, but I got Gucci, I got Louis, I got Prada. How? What you mean you can't afford it? I drive a Mercedes Benz. So how can I say that the grapes cost too much?
Mm,
But every day I pull out my driveway, I got a Benz. It don't make sense.
it don't make sense at
People want
all.
to focus on the outer appearance and how they look on the outside, not even knowing the inner you screaming for help. So for me, like, I don't got no excuses. I can't, oh yeah, I only did that because I was sick. And it ain't no room for that. You either fight or you fold. That's just my everyday. I was like, Nunu, get up. I was talking to myself in that mirror. You better than this. Get up. Get up. I didn't have no motivation. I didn't have none of that when I was doing what I was doing. I had to figure it out.
Mm,
So it's not like I don't empathize with people. I do. But I feel like people got too much excuses for me. That's why I say pack them up, put them in the trash can, and leave them on a curb.
that's a
Because at
fact.
the end of the day, like, you're gonna keep making excuses, and every time you make that excuse, you getting sicker. Every time you make that excuse, you could have been went to the store and been got some type of fruit. Why do we have so many excuses, but we got no solutions for ourselves?
Mm,
You don't got no plan for you. You got every excuse to why you didn't start, why you won't start, why you didn't start, why this, why that, why? And that's the end of it. Why?
that's why.
Why aren't you doing what you need to do for you? Because ain't nobody coming to save you.
That's a fact.
And that's what I had to learn. That's why I teach my people. Grab your hand, grab this hand, and get yourself up. Because that's all you got. Pick yourself up. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to rescue you. Ain't nobody coming with nobody. So you got to know that you all you got besides God. And you got to get up and you got to do what you got to do. Because to sit there and keep on every excuse, it's almost like, huh?
Yeah,
That's what you got again today? This cucumber costs 60 cents. This will make me a drink right now.
facts.
So what excuse do you got? You telling me a bag of kale costs $3? What excuses? I feel like people just need a reason to stay conditioned. And
That's a
that's just
fact.
being real.
They
People want
come.
to stay conditioned. So they need an excuse so they can stay conditioned and they can stay in that poor mindset so they're not forced to change. A lot of people just don't want to change. People
You
are okay with taking pills every day.
you ever thought about running for office? Like we need this energy. You feel
See?
me? Like I'm telling you, this is so real. When you talk about like that real talk, that do you exercise, work out?
I
How
go
do
for
you?
walks. I like do the treadmill and stuff like that, but I don't really not too much. I'll just go for walks. I'll definitely go for walks. I like walking. Walking is very important.
That's a fact.
So I do, like, the treadmills, but I don't do no hardcore, like, no.
You the same as me. That's all I do is walk.
Me
Like
too.
I get in the gym now a little bit sometimes, but I'm an advocate walker. I walk for meditation.
Yeah.
I walk with intentional breathing. I do a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now, when you said that you eating like what exactly are you eating when you talk about cooked foods? Because a lot of people eating the vegan foods. I'll be seeing some of your food. I'll be like, is she eating vegan foods? Like, what are some of the meals you make?
So like me, I'm big on recreating,
Uh huh.
right? So I'll go in the kitchen, say if I want pepper steak, I'm doing the oyster mushrooms, I'm doing the onions, the peppers, I'm doing a lot of quinoa, I'm doing chickpeas, I'm doing dandelion greens. So me more time alkaline.
Mm,
So if I do broccoli, it's a treat for me. I don't really do a lot of I don't do hybrids.
mm,
So man made. I really try to stay on the beginning of my journey. I did a lot of it, but even now, so I'll do like dandelion greens and kale, right? That'd be so my idea like for a dinner. Like yesterday, I had lion's mane mushrooms with chickpea noodles, and I made the sauce out of hemp seeds.
fire, fire.
So for me, like I always knew how to cook. Even when I ate salmon, I ate chicken. I always was the best. Like like getting chicken from Nunu. Nunu was the beast. I was making a baby shower chicken. I was the one. I always knew how to cook since a little girl.
Mm,
So when I started getting into a healthier lifestyle, for me, it was important to recreate my favorite meals and to add flavor because I like flavor, right? I love my food to taste good, so it's important for me to eat this fried mushroom. But I bite into it. What you mean? I need chicken? This tastes just like a chicken to me.
fact.
So I tell people it's not the food that you want, it's the taste. So
Mm,
I begin, that's what I realized on my journey. It wasn't that I actually wanted the chicken, I wanted the taste of the chicken. So when I started seasoning the mushrooms, like the fried chicken that I used to make, it was satisfying me. I didn't need that fried chicken. I didn't want it no more because I learned that it's the taste, it's not the food.
mm, that's a fact. We eat with our taste. We eat with our smell.
Yes.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know how that stuff tastes, so you like, dang, I want this, I want this food because it tastes good. And people don't even realize you really just wanting a taste of the food. And a lot of people just don't even realize they're just in addiction, right? You in an
Mm,
addictive state. So you gotta get yourself out of that. It's no different from a drug addict. So I tell people you judge a crackhead for doing crack, but you can't stop eating McDonald's. So it's no different. They can't stop getting high. You can't stop eating. Addiction is addiction, whether it be drugs, whether it be food.
that's
And
it.
that's where our people are. They so caught up in this food, not realizing they're in addiction, and it's bad because a lot of people will just overly they just eat all day. McDonald's, Chipotle, this, that, and it's like, come on, we gotta wake up.
Gotta wake up.
We gotta
You
wake
gotta.
up.
One of
And
my favorite reels that you made also was when it's big on my part. When you said the men who are eating well are winning, right?
winning.
Winning, right? Talk about how difficult or easy now. It may be a little easier now to find men who are relatable and eating the same way you are.
Well, for me, I really don't. I was in a relationship recently for like 8 years. But I don't really find. I see it on the internet,
Yeah,
but like a
it ain't
lot of,
around you, is it?
huh?
It ain't
No,
around you.
no, it's not around me. And
Nope.
I see it on the internet, but still, a lot of people are still not like, mm, like you eating fake meat. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That'll turn like you. What you mean you eating like Beyond Meat? Like, mm-mm. Like I don't want like no, that's not. I'm not
Yeah.
no. Like if you gonna eat
Hmm.
fake meat, just go back to the cows and stuff. Just go back to the dick. Like don't eat that. And I just it's hard. And a
Facts.
lot of people they ask me like, would you date a man that ate meat? And I wouldn't. And they say like, you wouldn't. Like that's kind of judge. No, it's not because if I know what I want and I know I don't want. Now I will date. Say if I met somebody, he was eating meat. If he was willing to convert, like willing to, like for example, my relationship that I was just in. He actually eats all the vegan food. Like
Mm,
he'll eat every single thing I make.
right.
Like he's not against like nah. Now if somebody ate meat and they was willing to convert, I will date them.
Mm, mm.
But you got to be willing to convert, like change, because you can't just expect everybody to like change over and do everything that you're doing, especially if they're not educated, right? So
Facts.
for me, I would date somebody, but um, yeah, I would hope that they will be willing to change the way they eat.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, what about somebody who only eat fruits?
That's
Like,
dope.
so, cause like a lot of the times women ask me like, could you date women who don't only eat fruits? Of course, I'm not that
Right.
crazy, but I am a little restricted on the cooked foods though, like going crazy on them. So we'll talk about that when that time coming across, and it's time to really like dive down into it and eat what I eat. So until I can find somebody, I wouldn't restrict them to eat all fruits. But sis, you are a phenomenal force in this
Thank you.
community, right?
Thank you.
And you've been doing an excellent job. Your story is amazing. The people love you. The women love you. You've been like you got that spirit in you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank you.
and I'm loving your energy. What I like to do at the end of the views, right, is give the guest the floor. So you got the floor to give your word, your testimony, whatever you want to do, and go out there and tell the people what's really going on with Nunu.
Okay.
You got it, sis.
Wait, I didn't wait. What?
You got it. You got this. You can say whatever you want to say.
Oh, I thought you were saying the guests, like you give the people. I
No.
was like,
Okay, look, I was saying I give the guest the opportunity to say whatever they want to say. Like the floor is yours.
oh,
Like at the end of the interview.
oh, at the end of the interview, you get okay, okay, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, I thought you
I
were
think,
saying the people because
like
I
what the
can't
hell you
even
talking?
see how this worked with the views, and I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, you on the that's because you on the phone. So you can't see like all the things that's going on here with us. But no, I wasn't. They talk about Bobby taking this shot. No, I wasn't taking my shot. I was just asking her.
Oh, oh, you can see, I can't see nothing.
Yeah, it's all type of comments on here.
Oh, they come, you don't never respond to the comments
Yeah, I do. You want to see some comments? You can't see no comments though, so
because I'm on the phone.
I think so. Let me see. I can put them up here though. So we got a lot of comments on here for you. Put some comments on there if y'all like. So look, people asking you how sure we get started. How should we get
How
started?
should we get started? And that's another question where people always say, "How do I start?" Start. It's really so much easier than you think. Start by
Facts.
juicing. Start by eating more fresh fruits. Start by waking up in the morning instead of having a bacon, egg, and cheese. Have some grapes. Have a banana. That's starting. People don't even realize it's just so much easier. The first step to getting started is actually getting started. It's just starting. Instead of going to the store buying a fruit punch, go get some cucumbers and juice them. Have a green drink.
That's a
It's just
fact.
that easy. You don't gotta go cold turkey if you don't feel like you're strong enough to do so. If you want to do stuff slowly. But if you do have health issues, I advise you to, go cold turkey because it's gonna help you.
That's a fact.
There's no room. I woke up 2021. I never ate meat again. I was good.
Did you ever
Um,
drink alcohol or anything?
yeah, I love that alcohol every day.
You was an alcoholic.
I picked up a habit out of depression.
Mm.
Um, so like when I lost my godfather, I started drinking every day. Um, real bad. Like I would drink.
See. I come from alcoholism. I tell people I was one of the worst alcoholics in the city. What city you in?
I'm from Connecticut. Where you from?
Okay, I'm in Toledo, Ohio.
Oh, you in Ohio. Okay.
Yeah. I'm one of the worst alcoholics in the city. When people see me coming, they knew what it was. Uh, and they say they really appreciate my brother and sister. Jessica Richards said, go to her page and get her booked. You got a book out right now?
Yeah, I got a soft cover. Sorry about that.
No,
Yeah, I
you
got a
good.
soft
We
I got
we
a
know what it
soft
is.
copy. Yeah, I got a soft cover coming out. Teaching people how to reverse. And I had an ebook already, but this one is gonna be an actual physical book. Just teaching people how to reverse diseases naturally and how just the acid works in the body. Just teaching them the whole, dynamic of things and how to heal. Because it's important. Our people are sick out there.
That's a
People really
fact.
need to hear and understand that, these diseases wait on nobody. And that's what I tell people. They say, you go hard on us. But why would I go easy? Because when you go to the doctors, he's not going easy on you.
That's a
He
fact.
literally tells you have 90 days to live. There's nothing we can do for you.
Mm.
Ain't
And then
nothing more harsh than that.
you got to do it for yourself. When I
And
went
that's what I
last time I
tell
went to
people.
this,
When the doctors say it's nothing else we could do for you, What you gonna do for you?
What you gonna do?
What are
And
you gonna do?
when you take your health into your own hands, you don't want it in nobody else's
You
hands.
don't.
I
So
don't
that's
want
why I
nobody
tell
telling me
people,
what
like
to
when they
do.
say, "Would you go to the doctors?" So for my health, no. If my leg was broke, or like my arm was broke, or a finger was broke, I would go to the doctors. But
Facts.
if I needed something like a cold or something with my health, like far as fit, like my inner, no, I'm not gonna go to the doctors for that.
No, 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 no.
What could they
Um,
do for me? They did nothing the first time. What could they do?
do you got a challenge that you run too, don't you?
Yeah, every month. Yeah, 30-day
What
plant based.
what kind of challenge is that? 30-day
So
plant
it's so
based?
it's like 30 days back to health. So people that's like, eating meat and stuff, like just this month I coached 150 people.
Mm.
So just teaching people. I had a fruit um juicing that was over 100 and something, and I had my other one probably about 40 something people. So altogether in total, I did like 150 people. But just teaching people how important it is to eat the foods, and I helped the lady reverse diabetes. In 27 days, she was able to reverse just eating a lot of fruits and eating 100% plant based. And people don't understand how important it is for the food. The food is the problem, and just not even with me. I don't only teach food. It's your dish soap. It's your laundry soap. It's your clothes. It's
Facts.
that microwave that you keep. I haven't used a microwave in years. It's the microwave that you keep pressing start.
Facts.
You don't know how much your health can improve if you just stop using a microwave. If you just stop doing certain things like non-toxic, the non-stick pans. Like you don't even know how much just changing over the glass. Stop eating, drinking from plastics and the microplastics. And so I'm that deep in it to where it's like, oh, whoa, like you on another level. I'm
Yeah.
not just sitting here talking about some, oh yeah, it's just the fruits, it's just the vegetables, it's just no. It's literally what you wash in your hands. I literally make my kids soap. I make their bath stuff. I make all like you would think like, oh, she's really oh wow. Like my family be like, you're tripping. Like you
And you doing it right. And you know what? When I first got on my journey, because I came into knowledge in like 2009. I practiced fruitarianism in 2011. So
okay.
I just went through alcoholism, and during that whole time, I knew what I was supposed to do. So when I got back on my path, that's why I jumped straight into fruitarianism because I already knew. But a lot of people don't get this. Like I don't do this just to lose weight. When I started this
Right.
journey, I did everything you just said. I got rid of all the stuff that was plaguing my house.
Yep.
So, and I was following Yaki already. So it was like I knew exactly what to do. Get rid of all the stuff that's plaguing you. I started buying glass pots,
Yep.
glass, all of that. So you gotta. It's steps to this. It's a process. It's a process to this, but you got to start the process.
You have to start. It's important to start. And that's what I tell people. The more excuses you come up with every day, imagine if you used all those excuses and put it into the works of what you need to be doing for your health.
That's
Right?
a
Because we got
fact.
a million reasons why we not. But ask yourself this one question. Why am I not starting?
Mm.
And you won't even probably most people won't have an answer.
You know
You won't
what?
even know why you're not starting.
We got a challenge called unbig your back, right? You know, I'm thinking me and you need to come together, right? And collab on these challenges that you got, throw yours together.
Yeah,
We can come together for the month of May, right? And throw this big challenge and combine these challenges and get the people right.
that'd be
Because
dope.
you do Zoom meetings, I do Zoom meetings,
Yep.
and I'm really serious about supporting the people. That's
Me
what I
too.
do. I collab with the people, and we're gonna get together and talk about that. It'll be huge if we can get the people in there to get on this journey with us, right?
That'd be dope.
Indeed, indeed.
I would love. I'm telling you, because I'm for the people. I tell them I may be a little like rough, like what you eat today? Mm, you still eating chicken? I may be that person, but you
Fact,
need that though because you don't need nobody that's gonna sit there and baby you and be like, "Hey, I know you had chicken wings." No, put the chicken down.
facts.
You've been
They
having
need
chicken for 30 years.
they need that energy. Some people, like I said, we adults, but sometimes you need to be yelled at
You do.
because you
People
know
really
better.
sit there and they want, "Oh, you're rough. Oh, you're so harsh." No, you're lazy. And I'm
Facts,
gonna be the one to tell you you're lazy. You want to
facts.
know how I know you lazy? Because I was lazy before. And a lot of people don't even realize when you're able to take accountability in yourself, like me. It was the point I was lazy. I was eating 4 packs of noodles a day.
Mm.
a day. I'm talking
Insane.
about, oh, I just would just eat them. 4 packs in one day. Like I'm telling you, 2 packs at a time, like one time. So I mean, I'm making 2 packs in one. That's my meal, and then dinner, 2 packs again.
Big time sodium.
Big, listen, sodium. My feet like this, and I'm looking at my feet swollen, and I'm
Mm,
still eating it because why? I was in addiction. It's
yeah.
the same thing with drugs. Did you see you deflating? You see your body changing. You see the weight gaining. But did I care at the moment? I didn't. So when people see my journey, all y'all see is now. So don't judge me because you don't know like what I had to go through, the relapsing, the going back to the foods, the falling short, the disappointment in myself. So where now you see this beast. I wasn't always a beast.
You a beast.
I was weak at some days. Now I can sit at the table. I went out to eat one day. It's 20 of us. My daughter, she had a graduation. They got steak, salmon, chicken. I was on a fast. I had a banana and grapes. They was like, "You're not even gonna eat a salad. Just eat. You've been fasting for like 2 weeks." I said, "And I'm still fasting.
Mm.
I'm still fasting." They said, "The way you could sit there eating a banana." The one across from me, he got salmon, chicken wings, and I'm just sitting there because I know what I don't want. People be like, "Oh, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for y'all."
That's a fact.
I don't
That's a
feel bad
fact.
for me. So I don't need nobody to feel bad for me when I'm at the table. I just came from out to eat. It's my brother. I had a
And I
green drink.
and I saw that. I saw that, and I saw somebody putting fries in the video. You was like naming all the foods. That's crazy work.
But I
So
could
you,
sit there because I know what I want, and it's not. We was at a vegan restaurant. I could be like everybody. It's vegan. That's still not my level of health.
mm,
So although my son, he got a fry, my brother got the Parmesan, he got the vegan cheese, mozzarella sticks. That's not my level of health. So in the beginning of my journey, was that my level of health? Because it got me by.
yeah,
So when I didn't know better, the cheeses helped me get over the dairy. The dairy, you know what I'm saying? So all of
fact.
that stuff, it was helping. It was like a stepping stool. Would I eat it now? No.
No way.
Because I
No
practice
way.
health. So now I'm not doing it for satisfaction. I'm doing it for health. When I was doing it before, the vegan cheeses, I was doing it to satisfy my craving of dairy. So I will make up for the dairy, the cheese, all the milks in the stores and all this stuff. Now I practice health. I'm gonna eat me a salad. You can't even pay me to go inside of a restaurant. I wouldn't even eat their dressing.
I think you know what? That's what a lot of people struggle with right there. Because a lot of people will eat salads. But what type of dressings are you using?
I make my own. I don't eat no dressing from the store.
Do you make them out of fruits and vegetables or what
So
you
for me, like even tonight, I had made me an apple puree dressing, apples, avocado oil. So for me, most of my dressings is like hemp seeds. So I'm doing
mm,
like my ranches is hemp seeds and things like that. I'm always gonna use some type of grain nut seed. I'm doing walnut. Walnuts is good as well for
facts?
making salad dressing. So even like sometimes it's just avocado oil, key lime, sea salt, onion. I don't even eat pepper. I don't eat pepper. So that's why I tell people like my level of health is like I don't eat pepper. I don't eat none of that onion, like garlic powder and all that. I eat onion powder. So all my dressings is always gonna be the same: sea salt, onion powder, some type of herbs and spices, right?
Mm,
And I'm doing a little bit of avocado oil because my body's got so accustomed. I was one of those people that needed 3 dressings on her salad. Now I could sprinkle a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm good.
fire.
I don't
Um,
need all that.
try this one. It's mango and tomatoes.
See, I don't like tomatoes, but I could blend it. I
Yeah,
love mango dressing. Mango
yeah,
dressing is fire. I
yeah.
just don't like tomatoes. That's one thing on my journey. I'd be like, I can't do it.
I'm
I'd
not
be
a
like, I
big
tried.
botanical fruit eater. I'm not a big, and I like. I'm more of a. I just got into bananas heavy.
See,
Because I'm
I
eating
got
a lot
into
of
them when I
smoothies.
got sick. I love bananas.
Bananas fire, and now my go to thing is smoothies right now, and all my smoothies have a juice base. So and right now I'm on orange juice. I got 25 pounds of oranges in there. So every day I juice the oranges, throw that in the blender with frozen bananas, fresh bananas, ice, and a
So
frozen
you don't
fruit.
even eat nothing steamed or nothing.
No, no. And you know what? It's crazy because everybody be like, "Are you ever going to adopt that lifestyle?" Maybe one day. maybe one day when I get a significant other, we out, we doing things like that. But while I'm by myself, I can't do it. I can't do it. So
That's a different type of level of discipline. Like,
it's definitely that. It's definitely top
because
notch.
I did 64 days raw, but I had salads. So you don't even eat salad?
Nope. Nope.
But so you like, do you eat zucchini and squash?
Not
That's
really.
fruit. That's
I
fruit
know.
though.
I told you. See, I'm not a big botanical fruit eater. So I'm a high water content fruit eater. So your grapes, your peaches,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that cleanse and like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing most. That's why I lose. That's why I lost so much weight so fast. So when I do this, like right now, smoothies is it. Today I've literally had a 64-ounce smoothie and some lemonade, strawberry lemonade. I keep strawberry lemonade and or lemonade itself. And I got a bowl of grapes and an apple right here
All day.
all day long. I got a group called Fruitarian Mastery, and I'm supporting and helping people
Fruits is, I'm
master this
telling you, because
fruitarianism.
right, because I don't know if I'm doing it this. I don't want to speak because they'll start. I thought you was no. Hold on, because I want to do an all grape, um, seeded grape. Because I always wanted to do that, but I wanted to do like a week of just on seeded grapes. Like,
Okay. In 2023, I did 13 days of all grapes because I was going to do 103 days of grapes after watermelon.
what happened?
And okay, I did. So after my watermelon, I ate a little bit of vegan food and all of that. Started feeling bad. Then I started eating grapes. And I learned then that I didn't like grapes as much as I thought.
See, I love grapes.
Yeah, see, if you love them, like if I love watermelon,
Me
so if
too.
you love the fruit, it make it way easier to do it.
Yeah, I love grapes.
Yeah, so I like grapes a lot, but I can't eat that much of them. So, but I did inspire someone, Faith Finds Fruit, to do 103 days of grapes. She did like 100 days of grapes, and I interviewed her too. So it can be done, and she
No,
lost a lot
I
of weight.
know. And even me, like I wanted to do all coconuts. It's two things that I wanted. It was the all grapes because I did watermelon already. I wanted to do the coconuts. The hydration, just doing straight coconut water.
Yeah,
Like I wanted to do straight just coconut water every day, nothing else, just straight coconut water.
you
Like
trying to get
just to inspire
you
people.
you trying to get up there in the top echelons of eating. I'm interviewing my brother Jovan Cole next week. He
Oh,
did
you
30 days of coconut.
what? Oh, I gotta tune in for that.
Yeah, he did 30 days of coconut. So he did 30 days of 40 days of watermelon. So these people, Kev Ramon did 160 days of watermelon.
What?
160 straight days. So it's people leveling up out here. It's
Yeah, I
long.
did 64 days raw. You get what I'm saying? Like, and for
That's
me, the only
fire.
reason I went back to the food, only reason why I went back is because I didn't like how skinny I got.
That's what most people.
That's the
Yeah,
only reason I went back. I tell people that's the best high vibration like I felt. But I went back, I was so thin. My face wasn't this like how it is now. But
facts.
at that time, it was more so for me. The reason I feel like I messed up, and I'm also on a bad note, it was more so like I would just eat one salad a day. I feel like if I was to go back raw, now I know the nuts, the seeds, the double up on the avocado, double up on this, double up on that. Have a whole bowl of the walnuts. Now I know it's certain
Yeah,
things like nah. Instead of eating once a day, eat three, four times in a
facts.
day. If you're gonna be eating like that, because I would just be having a drink. I would just have one salad and then I nothing else.
Yeah. So you ain't do so now. See, that's the thing. Like that's with me. I just did 50 days of apples.
I seen you.
Right. So I was gonna do 111 days, but I was struggling and I was getting super skinny too.
See,
And so what happened is I said, you know what? I gotta do fruitarianism the way I do it.
you have to.
You got to, because you're
So
not
when
gonna
I
be
tell people,
successful.
because they always ask me, "What are you?" I tell them I'm me. They say, "Oh, you not vegan? You not there?" I'm not, because I don't want you to put a label on me. Because if you see me, I'm not. Don't say, "Oh, you alkaline." Because if it's Wednesday and I want a piece of broccoli, I'm gonna eat it.
Facts.
So I'm not
Facts.
gonna be following because somebody said that the broccoli is this. I learned about the broccoli, and yes, although it's a hybrid, at the end of the day, it still have nutritional value, right?
Facts.
So I tell people, like, yeah, it's a hybrid. Educate yourself, but don't make it like, oh, it was made in the laboratory. No, like we gotta really like know.
So you know who Yaki is.
I do.
Yaki, me and Yaki got something coming in June called boot camp, right?
Ooh.
And it's 30 days of every single night, Monday through Friday. We meet with the people, right? And if you make it through the boot camp, the person who had the most progress, Yaki bringing them to his facilities and giving them all free paid services
Oh,
for
that's
2 straight
dope.
days.
Oh, that's dope.
Super, super dope. So, but he made a video about broccoli, a presentation,
Right.
and it was talking about how good it is. So if you go through like Dr. Sebi and then you go to Yaki, you go hear different opinions, but it
That's what
goes
I
to my
tell people, but do what works for you
do
though.
what works for
Because
you.
although, Dr. Sabi a great phenomenal man,
Facts.
so you're not gonna knock him. He's dope, he's a phenomenal man. But as I tell people, you learn. Cause for me to say no to broccoli, I ate it every day and I healed. So I don't really like I can't argue that because I ate cabbage every single day and I reversed disease. It's people, it's a lady I follow her protocol. She drunk spinach. She reversed this to like her whole diseases, everything. She just drunk spinach, smoothie. She filled the spinach all the way to the top. Then the rest was water, and that's her protocol. And she reversed autoimmune diseases. So, but
Mm,
people would say, do not eat the spinach.
yeah.
So what I tell people in my teachings is don't drive yourself crazy.
Facts.
Do what works for you. I don't want to argue. Oh, Yaki said it. Oh, Dr. Sabi said this. Oh, this. I say, what did God say? Go pray. Talk to the Lord. Like, don't always 100% because you might see me eat a piece of broccoli on Friday.
Facts.
And I might have said it was hybrid, but it is. But I'm going to say, and I'm going to be honest with you while I'm eating it too. I'm going to say, because I wanted it.
Facts.
And we gotta be real with ourselves because a treat to me is a piece of broccoli. A treat to you is Chipotle.
Facts. Facts.
So
And you
my
know
treat
what?
and your treat is different.
I always say this to people. In the community, you hear this. My body said I needed this, right? I hear that a lot. But one of my things, that's mentality.
It is.
No, you wanted that shit.
You did.
That's it. You wanted it.
You did.
So if you want something, say you wanted it, be
Just
real
be
with yourself.
real.
And
And
I
that's what
guarantee
people
you.
with me, they be like, yo, I said, what? I like broccoli. You don't get to lie and act like, oh, I'm just 100% alkaline. I never eat broccoli. I never eat cabbage. Yes, I do.
Mm,
Because if I wake up and I say I want something, I'm going to eat it because from where I came from, of the meat, the processed food, the dairy, the this, what a piece of broccoli gonna do?
help you.
That's what I'm telling people. So people want to look at you as this perfect, and that's what the coach I don't want to be. So we're
Yep.
like, oh, I never make a mistake. I never eat broccoli. I never eat cabbage. I never eat cauliflower. I never know because if I'm in a mood and I'm gonna say, I want some steamed broccoli. I'm gonna eat it.
It's a
That's why I
time and
don't
a
live up
place.
to the expectations of people because when you put this label on you, like I'm alkaline. Now you got a piece of broccoli. Oh, I thought you was alkaline. You know that's not alkaline, right? You know that like, oh my gosh.
And that's
I
one
mean,
thing I learned that fast. See, and you got to like everything. We live in an age of called transparency,
yes,
where you got to be transparent. You ever heard of a private fence? You
right,
feel me? Like, what happened to privacy? You don't hear people say,
right.
protect my privacy no more or nothing. You ain't got to tell everybody everything you doing.
Literally, even with me, they'll see I'm eating a salad. Is that broccoli in here? Who said I didn't eat broccoli? Oh, you know that's a hybrid, right? Yes, and I like this hybrid.
Facts.
I like
Facts.
it. It tastes good. So like I tell people I like to be real. I don't want to be labeled as alkaline. I don't want to be labeled as vegan. I'm me. I learned
Mm,
what works for Nunu. As you should learn what works for you.
facts.
Learn your body. Learn what's best for you. Because what's best for me is what's best for me. So if I could go a week with salads, that's what's best for me.
Mm,
And I'm just doing what works for me. And I don't expect everybody to follow the lifestyle. I just tell people to make better health decisions.
that's it. That's
That's what
it.
you got to do for yourself. Make better health decisions and know that you matter. And know that if I could do it, you could do it. We could do it together. Everybody could do it. And people got to get in that mindset. But I tell people, you got to want it.
You gotta want it. You gotta
You
know
got to
why you
want it.
doing this.
You
Like,
have to want it. Like literally the same way you want that promotion. So you make sure you go hard for that job. You go make sure you on time. You just should start at 7, you there at 6:50. So you going hard because you want to prove to your supervisor that you qualify. Why
Fact.
you can't prove to youth that you worthy?
Mm.
Like people don't realize that. Like why you can't prove that to you? I'm not busting my behind every day for this job, for this man. I fight for my marriage. I fight for everything, but I can't fight for me. My marriage
Yes.
going down here, so I'm going to counseling. I'm going to therapy. I'm doing this. I'm doing everything to work and navigate. I go 50-50 with a man on this and on that, but I can't even go 50-50 with me.
I
And
don't
that's
see
how I view
how
life.
I don't see how somebody can hear your message and disagree with it.
Because
I'm not.
they get convicted, and it's not even that they disagreeing. The more so the conviction and not want to take accountability. That's just what it is. Because my delivery, they say, is hard, but you like this how I talk.
It's just perfect. Like I mean,
Like right, they be
like,
like. You're like that's rude or that's no it's not it's real and a
it's
lot of people
real.
just don't like realness. They don't
Yeah.
like you. They want you to sugarcoat and baby them. They want you to sit there. Oh, come here. I'm not your mother.
Facts.
I'm not baby. I don't even baby my son. He's 10
Facts.
years old. Go take the trash out. Like, go. It's time for you to do this today. He worked for me. He do orders. He know about herbs, herbalism. He's getting toy. He's 10. So if I don't got that same like, oh, come here. No, he's just a little kid. No, no. I don't have it for nobody else. Not no grown up.
No, no. Why are your kids so important to you? Like, cause I don't like I see that passion in you with your kids. Like, why are they so important to you?
So for me, like just not growing up having my parents, I always told myself like when I become a mom, like I'm gonna be the best mother in the world. Cause
Mm,
when I was growing up, and it's not no shade, it's not to bash. You making me get like, but when I was growing up, that was one of the things that like I wanted a mom. And so for me, it's important to be in my kid's life because I didn't have it. And more so just knowing like I'm their mom, I'm their protector. Like they matter just as much as me, right? And just me having that void, I never want my kids to feel how I felt as a kid. I
mm,
always felt unloved. I always wondered why nobody loved me. And I never want my kids to like I never got hugged as a kid, right? By my mom and stuff. So for me, it was important, like hugging my son, hugging my daughter. I love you. You're handsome. You're beautiful. Nobody ever had to tell me. I had to figure this out on my own. I had to like pour into me. So my
mm,
whole life it was pour into you because ain't nobody else doing it. I was in survival mode. I never want my kids to feel like they gotta go out there, be in survival mode. They gotta fend for themselves because nobody around them care. So you outside at 10 years old, 11 years old, you trying to figure out, oh, I need to, cook. That's how I learned how to cook. I gotta cook for myself. I'm a kid. Like, why am I doing these things as a kid? So it made me strong. It made me like who I am today. So we're like, you a beast, you been a beast though. Like you was a kid, you was doing this. I was figuring it out. I had a car at 16 years old. I'm not waiting around for nobody. I'm not letting nobody take care of me. So you could be like, oh, I'm the reason why you got this. So for me, just being in the house with my kids every day, having a meal, like, hey, dinner's done, let's do prayer. Cause I never had it.
mm,
So it's important for me. And a lot of people do say, well, I never had it, so I'm not able to give it. But if you never had it and you know how it feel not to have it, why you don't want to give it?
mm,
So if you say I didn't have a mother, so I wasn't able to be a mother to you, why wouldn't you? When you know it hurt you, why would you want to hurt me? So for me, for my kids, I'm never gonna be a part of their trauma. They never got to heal from me. Like
facts.
mommy wasn't there. Mommy didn't do this. My son may have to heal. I ain't have gummy bears. But come on. Like he a kid. He might grow up like my mother ain't play. She ain't let me have gummy bears. But he
Facts.
not gonna have that story to where like my mother never was home.
Right.
My mother never cooked for me. My mother never told me she loved me. My mother never it's not a day that goes by. I pray with my kids every day, both. Every day we wake up, the first thing, thank God for another day. Amen. My son, no. Prayer. We talking. I'm talking in. I do mental health checks with my son. How you feeling mentally? I'm okay today, mommy. Are you overwhelmed with anything? I talk to him because it's important that I do so. Because one thing growing up with me, nobody never talked to me. Imagine if somebody would have just asked me what's wrong.
Mm,
I was so angry, so full of fuel. So that's why even now, some of my support, they'll say, like, you always on defense mode. Because my whole life I had to defend myself. But people don't know that side of me. So they just look like, why she always the defensive? Because my whole life growing up, I always was attacked. My whole life, I always had to defend myself. I always had to defend myself, whether it be against my parents, whether it be against my grandparents. It's like, why nobody like me? Like until now, when I see you chosen, that's why your life don't align with theirs.
That's
So
a
it ain't gonna
fact.
make sense. So now that I'm grown and I see that my calling was different, you understand what I'm saying? I see why now. I wasn't able to align with them demons. Cause I've been like this. I'm gonna tell you the real. Like, oh, why you getting high? You know you got health issues. I've been the same way. My character always been like this. It's just I'm more like calm now to where like I'm not so. I used to be real disrespectful.
Yeah.
So when I talked, it was straight like, "What? What's up?" Now it's more like, hey, like I understand, and I'm more like calm with it. But it's important for us. Our children are a product of us. Like
That's a
that's
fact.
and I love being a mom to both of my children. Like I love them equally, and I just never want them to feel like unloved. Because even if you're in a house, people don't understand. Your kids could still feel unloved,
That's a
neglected.
fact. That's a
Because you're
fact.
probably at work 24 hours a day. You probably in a room, they on their phones. Like people think that I'm like, oh, my son can't be on the electronics. He plays with coloring books. My son watches SpongeBob. Like my son is really like a kid. Like he watches SpongeBob and oh, he can't even play on video games. He can play on them once in a blue, but no Monday through Friday. He's not on a video game. He can't be on his cell phone. He can't. Those are privileges. If you had a good week in school, he could get on his phone on Friday. My daughter has never had a tablet. She's never had an iPad. Never had none of these things because I feel like a lot of time people don't even realize you're not even raising your kids. You're not even talking to them. They're so zoned out with these games. They so addicted. We addicted to food. Our kids addicted to electronics. So your kid is on a game for 8 hours. You didn't even talk to them today. So they
Hold
on a
on.
game all day. They had McDonald's, or probably ramen noodles in a microwave, and you didn't even talk to them, have a conversation with them. You did nothing because you got to go to work in the morning.
Hold on,
Now,
sis. Hold on, sis. Hold on. I need to take. You, you are a breath of fucking fresh air,
thank
right?
you.
You really are. I hear a lot of women say that they love their kids. I hear.
Mhm.
I talk to a lot of women. I know a lot of women, but you love your kids,
Yes,
right? And it show through actions,
that's right.
right? Not what you say. And
No,
I have to say this. I have to say this. I learned so much tonight, and you about to make me step my game up.
I appreciate that.
Like real talk, you are powerful, powerful energy,
Thank
and
you.
like that's why you get backlash,
Yeah,
but that's why you get so much love too, though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because your message is powerful, but it's true.
That's the
Like I said, I ain't heard one lie tonight.
because people want you to lie. They want you to say like, "Hey, no, they're kids. Let them be kids." And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with let a kid be a kid. Just poison them, give them dyes, chemicals all day, and all this stuff. They're running on sugar. They got ADHD. They can't go to sleep. They need melatonin. Like this is crazy. People don't have structure in their homes. My kids are literally bathed in the bed. Make sure everything in the morning. Brush your teeth. This is structure. It's not no. Can I? No. Like it don't work like that. You
Mm.
understand? That's just important for me because growing up, I had no structure. I did what I wanted to do. I was 12, getting high. I was outside running the streets. Why? Because I had parents that was busy. They was doing whatever they was doing, like getting the money, doing whatever they was doing to make sure we had a roof over our head. But I feel like for me, even having a roof over your head, yes, it's important, but it's important to install these like my son. My son could pray over the whole. He could pray. He 10. He reads, writes. He knows about herbs. That's important.
That's very important.
Like people don't realize like what we teaching our kids to just play video games all day long. Your kids on Roblox for 7 hours straight. Your daughter's on a tablet. These kids is in grocery stores like this,
Facts.
huh? Why are they? Why are in this stuff? People don't realize that it's controlling our kids. Like, and it don't just start with the foods. It's everything. Get your kids off of these electronics. Pay your kids mind. A lot of people don't want to be parents. Like me, the other day, you'll see I was outside coloring my kids. We just had coloring day. We'll do movie night. We do movie night, family fun day, movie nights. And some stuff is just not recorded because everything ain't full content. Some stuff I'm just being a regular mom. So
Facts.
hey, you want to do something today? What do you think we could create today? You want to make something sweet? You want to do this? It's just important to be involved in my kids because, like I said, I don't want them to ever grow up and be like, "But you wasn't there."
Mm-mm.
And I'd be
That's number
like,
one.
damn, but I was trying to get that money. I was trying to get a job. But they said, but I just wanted you. Like that hit different. Imagine you sacrificing, you working 7 days a week to get a roof. You come home, you tired. Your kids eating microwave food all day. And I'm not knocking no mom, right? But then your kid grow up. You feel like you gave them everything, all the snacks, order this, and they say, but I just wanted you.
Mm.
Like, dang, how that's gonna make you feel? You sacrificed and you feel like you did everything as a parent, but they just wanted you to talk to them. You
That's
wanna
what
know
most
how? Because I
that's
grew up
what they
like that.
want.
I was spoiled. I had every Jordan. I had every name chain, Nunu. I had all the diamonds, Gucci, all that. Why nobody never asked me was I okay? Why y'all never hugged me? Why was I never told I love you? I didn't want the Gucci codes. I didn't want none of that, man. I just wanted this. Like, I love you. Like, you my daughter. I love you. Nothing. Just here. Money. This now that's why people don't realize, like, even with me, I cannot stand that. If I get with a man and he starts like trying to buy me, I will done. We done.
Mm.
Because it's a trigger for me. Because I already had order. I had order designer. My parents, I had $300 jeans my father used to buy me. The whole car ride, he never said a word. You ain't never said nothing.
You
You ain't
remember that?
never.
You remember that more than the jeans and
I
shit.
remember never talking. I don't care about the jeans. You never even asked me a question. We on a car ride 2 hours. Not to bash them. I love them now that we're grown, but it's just the facts. We on a car ride to New York. We ride 2 hours. You ain't never said not a word.
Mm.
Never tapped in. How you feeling? How you doing? You don't got nothing to say to me. Just pick me up shopping spree. I just spent $1,000. Drop her back off, and that was it. Like, huh? So that's why a guy that do that, like with money and try to do stuff like that, it's an automatic red flag for me.
Mm. That's his love offering right there,
Yeah,
right?
but I don't want it because my parents did that already. They,
Mm.
they they already bought me. You can't do that with me.
Mm.
They like you can't try to get. Oh yeah, I got 600. I got this. I'm gonna automatically be like, oh, you my father.
And you know what? It's so I love that because I got a very good relationship with my daughter, and it wasn't always like that. You know, I was in alcoholism and out on the streets, so now I really appreciate my relationship with my
See?
kids. My kids have taught me more in the last 3 years than I've learned in my entire life.
Yeah, yeah,
And like I have conversations with my daughter sometimes. We just be sitting on the phone for like 2 hours, not even really saying nothing.
yeah.
Like it's very important for me to have that other than what can I buy you?
Okay, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I get exactly where you coming from
And
on
I teach my son that like people be like, you don't celebrate Christmas. I don't.
me either.
Um, Yeah, so I don't celebrate. So and they, oh, he don't Easter. I don't celebrate that. So because like what my have I've done it before, but I don't. So Halloween, all that stuff, my son don't partake in that. And I say my son don't even notice or not because he already get all the time. Like, so what is it? Christmas going to be like? Oh, now it's going to be a fact that I prove something because I got a big tree, 1,000 gifts, and it still could be an empty house. So my son gets things like one day my son asked me, he said, why you tell me you love me so much, mommy? He asked me that. Cause he like I
Wow.
always hug him. I'll be like, I love you, like all day. And he asked me that and I looked at him and I was like, because nobody ever told me. And he was like, really? Nobody loved you? And I was like, it's not probably that they didn't, but they never showed it. And I'm not
Mm,
knocking, like people go through their own traumas and stuff like that, but they never showed it. So for me, it's not important to just, yeah, I love you, but I'm gonna treat you bad. So I love you, but I show you. I take care of you. I'm here every day. My kids get cooked meals. My kids don't even eat out the microwave. My kids don't drink juice from the store. My
facts.
kids, everything mommy is in the kitchen. Mommy is making, mommy is doing her best to where that's why I say to people, to say I'm a bad mom, I would want to know what a bad mom looks like. Because if you
Exactly.
could say I'm a bad mom, a mom that actually goes, I clean all these apples. I mean cleaning 20, 30 apples at a time. Making these kids apple juice every week. I'm making sure they
Facts.
got fresh walnut milk. I'm making sure they got their meals. They don't even heat their food up in the microwave. It's on the stove. Dinner is done. Everything is done. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, they fruits, everything comes. That's a bad mom. And that's what society wants people to believe that that's the image of a bad mom. But so the
Yep.
mom that goes to work every day, kids eating only drive-through food, raviolis, McDonald's, even she's not a bad mom. She's a mom that's trying. I
Yeah.
feel like everybody is trying to their level of motherhood. I wouldn't knock a mom that worked 17 hours a day. If she went to McDonald's, she had to feed her child.
Facts.
You understand? It's just that I have the time and I'm in the house and I learned what works for me and my kids. So I'm not even trying to call you a bad mother for making poor choices. I'm just telling you to take a little bit of time out your day and just meal prep for these kids. Let's get our kids on a healthier schedule. So we're okay. I know I work Monday through Friday. Let me make sure that Saturday I'm meal prepping for these kids at least 3 days. I'm gonna make them a big pot of spaghetti. I'm gonna make them a big pot of this. And you get what I'm saying? It just helps.
It
So it's not
definitely
one
do.
mom is better than the other. I don't think I'm a better mom than anyone than who I used to be. I just think
Facts.
I'm a better mom than who I was. Because I was that mother going to McDonald's every day. Let me get a number four.
Mm.
So I'm not knocking the person that's doing it. I'm just saying let's educate ourselves and let's save our babies from health
Let,
issues.
let's love them. And you're right. You're right. And I'm. You know what? And you know what? Like I came on here tonight. I told you my son obese, but after tonight,
Yes.
after tonight, sis,
Yes.
it's gonna be some changes made, right?
Yeah.
And you know
And
what?
let me tell you something, being honest. Don't guilt yourself. I guilted myself and I allowed my son to go back because I felt guilty. I'm like, I feel bad. Like he's a kid. Like he don't have health issues. Because my family will say he knew he don't have health issues. Why he gotta be? And then I said, you know what? That's true. Here, eat the noodles. Eat this. Eat that. It's not okay. So
Mm,
don't guilt yourself.
facts.
Even if I had to go in a room, I'm telling you, I'm punching the walls, crying, pouring. I can't let him eat the stuff. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And I'm just so upset and I'm crying. And I had to make a decision in that moment. What mother are you gonna be? And now look at like it just come natural. Now we go to stores, he don't even care. He don't even want the foods. Like even he recently, like he'll sneak some type of candy. Sometimes he'll try to do something, but I know that's all part of how the enemy works.
Mm,
Yo, let me look, get the foods because it's gonna frustrate her. It ain't more so like of him doing it. It's more so
facts.
like a spirit because it's gonna frustrate me because I have hate the foods that dies. So it's oh, if I could get her to get frustrated, now she's yelling, now she's screaming, now she's upset, now her health is on the line. That's what the enemy want from me. So I
Mm,
learned to not even get like when he do little stuff like that. I just learn. I laugh. I said, the devil, you mad? You can't get me the food. I ain't folding. Like you like, and that's why I tell people out here, if the devil can defeat, I defeat him. I'm
fact.
stronger
Every
than the
day.
devil. So
Every
who is
day.
y'all on Facebook? Like I'm stronger than him. Like he ain't stronger than me.
That's a fact.
So,
That's
and
a
I tell
fact.
people like, you gotta enforce it on your kids. So what? Your son gonna be upset, but I bet you this. Give him my son now. He be like, Mom, can you make that smoothie again? And my
And
heart will light up.
you know what, Dayquana, this is real talk. My son will come in here sometimes and be like, Dad, I want to eat healthy and this and this. And to me, I know he doing it because he see me, right?
Right.
Right. And my irresponsible ass won't follow up on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learned like the more you talk, the more I'm thinking about the shit that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
Because
you
how
yo,
could you be so disciplined if you ask yourself when we get off? How could I be so disciplined? You did over hundreds of days on fruits. So you telling me you got the discipline for yourself, but you don't got the discipline for your birth, like your child? You got to have that same energy.
that's a fact. That's a
Like,
fact.
it's no way you could do 120 on watermelon, 300 on apples, and he did nothing. So that's where you gotta like, what? Nah, this what we doing. This is why I'm doing it. It's no way I'm taking care of my health. And that's just the end of the story. I tell my son, it wasn't no question mark at the end, it was a period.
Facts.
He'd be like, now he know. Was it a question mark? Because I don't need nobody saying nothing back. It was a period at the end of the sentence. And that's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
Mm,
You're not getting it, you're not doing it. And I started letting him watch the videos. Like when you show your son, like watch what the hell for him. My son's like, Mommy, they do that to the animals? They what? Oh my gosh. Kids, you don't even know how they minds to be like, I'm good. Like I don't even, I'm straight. Let them watch videos. Don't be real with him. Like, yo, come watch this video with me. I'm watching what the hell. And he'll see. Like, so your son, do he eat meat and stuff?
yeah.
He'll see. Watch what the hell.
Yeah.
And I show my son.
And you know what, and you right though. It's ours.
It is.
Anybody tell me, and I take full responsibility. You hear me tonight?
Yes.
Anybody say, hey, what your son need in life? A better father, I take full responsibility. I know
You're
what's
right.
wrong with my son. I know my shortcomings. So
Yeah.
it's just like sometimes we don't cross lines in messages for no reason. And
Right.
I needed to hear this tonight.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's just real talk. Not only me, I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of
A
other
whole
people
bunch of
too.
people, because we
Right?
gotta just stop being so focused on, oh, we doing it for ourselves. We're grown. Your kids know. It starts when you're a child. The
Facts.
diseases don't come today. The diseases don't come when you just started eating McDonald's. It developed over time because you kept eating it. So the acidity came into the body because of the way you've been eating for years. It does not just happen overnight. You didn't just get diabetes today. You just got diagnosed.
Facts.
So when our kids, now they 15, they got high blood pressure. Now they got, it's because of all everything they've been accumulating that all over the years. And whose fault is it? Ours. So
Ours.
parents get mad. Oh, you're just, no, take responsibility. I took accountability as a mother. I would go to the store, get all the gushers, the Takis, the this, the that, because I was uneducated. Let's educate ourselves, save our children, and let's be mindful, not just what we putting in our body, what we putting in theirs. There's no way I could be, oh, fruit, do this, do that, and then I'm sitting here making a steak for my son. No,
Don't make no sense at all.
no, it don't make sense. It don't even add up to who you
It don't.
are.
They don't.
Because it's
It
like you
don't.
living a half truth. Because you just, oh yeah, let's eat the fruits, let's eat the vegetables, let's do this. But here, do that. Here go a piece of chicken. Huh? I wouldn't even want to listen to somebody that's doing opposite. You telling me not to do something, you doing it. You telling me to watch what I put in my body, but you're not even watching what you put in your kid's body.
Mm,
Nah, I'm good. I don't even want them as a coach.
I
Because you're not
love that.
living in your truth. You are halfway. You half in it. You either in or you out.
That's a
So
fact.
you're gonna be 100% teaching, and you're gonna be right there, like, yo, this is what we need to be doing. This is how we take control back. Take control over your kids because they're kids. They don't get to say what they could eat, what they could not. I've been throwing out everything in my house. I threw away everything. He was crying. I don't care.
Mm,
I don't. They're kids. He's 10. He don't know better. You
that's
tell
a
a
fact.
kid right now, oh, I got a whole box of cookies. They're gonna eat them. They don't
That's a
care. They
fact.
don't look and read the labels. That's your job. You're the parent. They're not the parent. They don't get to determine what's what and what's not. That's not, they don't have an option. And people may think like, oh wow, your kids don't have no freedom. No, they do. Like my son could say, hey mom, tonight I want noodles. His noodles that I buy him got two ingredients. The pack cost me $13.
Mm,
But he likes noodles. So I gotta make that sac like, okay, I'll still let you eat the ramen, but they spelt noodles. You understand what I'm saying? They're not the ones that's in the store for 30 cents. So I'm
fact.
spending $13 a pack on a thing of noodles because I know that my son likes noodles. You understand what I'm saying? So it's
Mm,
different. So I'm not just gonna be sitting here like, oh yeah, go get the ramen, go get these noodles when I know it's 50 things in the back of the noodles,
yeah.
50 ingredients.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So I just feel like in the whole, we just got to be responsible as parents, and we got to take accountability and know that our kids' health is in our hands, and we got to be responsible. And it's not just about us. I think a lot of people on the journey, I run into a lot of moms. Oh, I'm vegan, my kids not. Shame on you. Shame on you. Because how could you sit there watching what you eat, but you don't watch what they eat? I don't respect that.
I
I
feel it.
don't respect that as a human. I don't. Because how could you sit there? This mom just argued with me. If you even go on my post, oh, I'm vegan. I don't force my kids to eat my lifestyle. I let them still eat what they want to eat. Shame on you. Because
Mm.
why are you vegan? Ask yourself. Why are you vegan? Because why?
Because
Because,
you know that what you're doing is poisoning yourself. You
but
facts.
you don't care enough because you're kids.
Yeah.
So where do this make sense at? Let's be real. Where do this make sense at as a
Can't,
whole? I'm vegan, but my kids aren't. I care about my health, but I don't care about theirs. Let's call ace a spade a ace a spade.
can't nobody deny that fact.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody deny that fact. I think what it is it's excuse making. It's
Yeah.
laziness. Because I'm coming from where I come from.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I did attempt it, but it's a way to do it too. You can, but
Yeah.
I gotta stay consistent. I gotta
You
stay
have
on it.
to.
I gotta keep implementing things for them. So it's excuse making, it's laziness, and you right, and that's why they get ruffled.
Right. And you consistent with you though. Because you don't
Yeah,
wake up and go eat chicken. You wake up and you eat
facts,
fruit.
facts.
So it's the same concept. It's the same. When I wake up, I'm making sure my kids, they, I may not eat breakfast, but they may have the pancakes, but I make the batter. So I'm making I'm making a batter from scratch, and I'm making sure they pancakes and stuff like that. And I just, like I said, I just feel like it's really important to not only go on a journey, but take your kids on a journey with you.
You are like you teach it.
Cause I just feel it's not about us. It's not. It's just not. It's not just 100% about you. What's good for you, your health. Oh, I did this for health reasons, and I did this. So if you did it for health reasons, why you not preventing a health problem?
Facts.
Because you already know what come with it. You know what the foods do because you went through it.
Went
So you
all the way
know
through.
what it do. So why would you butcher your kids because they're just kids? Then they get diagnosed. Because then one day they're gonna be just an adult filled with diseases like me. I
Facts.
went to the doctors. It's not just like I just got the diseases that day. This is because how I've been eating my whole life. And a lot of people don't realize food is a generational curse that needs to be broken. And I teach this and I tell people your grandmother ate a certain way, your mother ate a certain way, you feeding your kids a certain way, your mother fed you a certain way. It's just a curse. So it
Mm,
ain't that your family had diabetes, y'all just all had the same diet.
that's it.
Because
That's
I'm
it.
helping people reverse every day. So I just feel like that's important, and I just go to say that, and I just hope and pray that people watching this and moms, dads, whoever, that you just really take accountability and say, you know what, I'm the problem. My kids can't eat this stuff unless I buy it. So you telling me you going to the store, you juicing, you buying you grapes. Why you can't go buy them no apples and juice they juice?
Facts.
It does not make sense to me, and it don't add up, and people get upset. Oh, but you once did it. I did. But just because I once did it don't mean I want to stay conditioned. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to be that mother that's going in the store just buying stuff, putting it in the cart, not reading the labels, not knowing that the government is poisoning our children.
And we know it.
And we know it.
And the crazy part about it is and it's so crazy because it's about consistency. Everything is
It
about
is
consistency.
consistency.
Yeah, everything is about consistency, and we know it. We know what to
Yeah.
do. We know how to do this. So you, you, oh, amazing,
Thank you. So are
amazing.
you.
You just amazing. I love your story. I love your passion.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You very passionate. You can feel it, and it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You gonna make all of us change. Like I said, when we got definitely have to get together
we
and do this
do.
because it's like it's no excuses.
It's
Like
not
we don't allow excuses, right?
none
And the change is only gonna happen when you make a change. Like
when you make a change.
now, sis, you got the floor to say what you want to say and tell people what to do and how to do it and all that. I'm gonna let you go by yourself now. There you
Hey
go.
guys, thanks everyone for tuning in, watching. I just want to just encourage you guys, especially if people are suffering or dealing with any type of health issues. The first step to get started is really just starting. Like train your mind to be stronger than your addictions and know that you have the power. The Lord has given us all power, right? So what you gonna do with yours? Just ask yourself every single day that you wake up, what am I going to do for me? Because nobody's coming out here to save you. Look at me for people that watch me. You see my journey. Every day I fight. You don't stop fighting when you get to where you at. You keep fighting every single day because you matter. And especially if it's moms out here that's dealing with children, that's rebelling against it. Don't give up. It's not easy. This journey is not a walk in the park. But it's definitely worth it. So every day you have to choose you. Every day you have to fight for you. Every day you have to know that you are worth it. Every day you have to know that you are worth the battle, and that this is not gonna be the end. So it's up to you to accept what the doctors give you. You accept their report or you accept the Lord's because He said in His word that you are healed. So what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna fight every day? Are you going to be in charge of your health? Are you going to take the initiative steps to get started? Are you gonna stop making excuses? So, I feel like a lot of us, we sit there, we make excuses every day, and it just derails us away from where we're supposed to be in life. And you just have to know how important it is every day to know that your kids are not deserving of a funeral service. So if
Mm.
you're watching this and you battling with health issues, just always visualize and see how would your kids feel to just have to bury you over an addiction, because that's what it is. So you fight. You don't fold. And I tell people every single day you fight the disease, you don't feed it. Every day you choose food. Look at the food that you're choosing and say, does this contribute to my health? Does this drain me? Or am I sluggish after I eat? If you're sluggish or anything, or tired, or you're irritable, suffering from anything like that, you know right then and there the food is not for you. Food is supposed to fuel you. Food does not drain the body, it fuels the body. So I just think it's important for us all to just wake up and take full responsibility in the lack that we do in our health, and know that it's important for us to fight for us each and every day. You have to fight for you. Don't expect and wait for the doctors to call you. Don't wait on your report when the report is right in front of you. You know what it is that you have to do. You know what it is that you need to do. Every day you tell yourself, I'm going to do this. Be the change. Make the change. Be the example you set for your family. Don't worry about who's going to be on a journey with you, who's going to support you. Just stop. Just literally start and just be the lead. Be the example that you set and that you want people to see. That's how I live every single day. I just want to be that example that my kids see. And they know one thing in life they can say, Mommy never gave up. So if you're a mom or just anybody in general, don't give up on yourself. Just try. So before you give up, get up.
Mm.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you all for supporting me. I love you. Bobby, thank you. You are such an inspiration. Yeah, I love that. That was
You
dope.
are you amazing. You amazing.
Thank
Strong,
you.
powerful message right there. And I'm just honored to have had this conversation.
Me too.
Um,
It was really good. You know, a lot of people ask me for interviews and I always say no. No, I do.
yeah.
They always like, it has to be something that's it has to make sense. I
Mm,
told you I'm one of those people, it has to make sense to me for me to do. Like, am I gonna do like is it, but you really are. I watched your journey. You are amazing, you're dope, strong. This on this journey, people don't realize the willpower that you gain, just like I'm a beast. Every day I'd be
facts.
like, you a beast.
It's a
Some days
fact.
I'd be walking in the house, my son be like, Mom, I'd be like, I'm a beast. I just walked down 30 days. I'm a
In
beast. What you
facts.
mean you went 30
Facts.
days with no food? Like, I remember I couldn't even, I would eat 30-piece wings. I'm
Crazy.
ordering a 30-piece. Let me get lemon pepper, garlic parmesan, buffalo, like literally 10, 10, 10. Like, me and my partner just sit there scraping up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to be now to where, like, I just had green drinks all day. Like, I'm okay. I'm gonna go in the
Amazing.
shower. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna get ready for bed in the morning. I probably gonna have some chia pudding. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like so, like, huh?
you
Like,
can't
it
help
just makes
you
you
can't
feel
help
so
but
good.
smile saying this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Literally.
it's crazy.
Because you
Yeah,
feel so good. So I thank you for having me. I appreciate I pray that we, get together and collab more, and do
indeed.
this just to help and, get the message out there to people. So, they see how important it is. Even you see how you learn the kids. It's different things for everybody, you know?
Facts, facts. And you know what, sis? We definitely go collab. That's what we do. I'm gonna make sure that
Yes.
happen. We gonna help a lot of people. And I think it's something that the people would want. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
Coming
would,
together
right.
and like, yeah, for real talk. So definitely gonna help a lot of people. You helped a lot of people tonight.
Thank
You helped
you.
me tonight. I got educated tonight. I
And
didn't
I
even
and
know
I'm
I was
looking
going to
forward to you.
school.
I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm be writing you like,
I
what's
got
going
you.
on?
I got you. You ain't gonna even have to do that. Watch.
Okay.
I
Stay
got you.
focused. Thank you.
Indeed. Appreciate you, sis. You have a wonderful night.
You
And
as well.
everybody who joined, we appreciate y'all. Y'all
I
have a wonderful
appreciate
night.
y'all.
Much, much love. Fruit up, fruit up. Make sure y'all subscribe, all of that. Much love. Fruit up.